Hear me?
And welcome to Spoiler Kings. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with, we got Tank Kramer over here. I got Zach Attacks below me. And we got Brandon over here to the side. Your brand man, Brandon. So how's it going, everybody?
Not too bad. Not too bad. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, you guys, I don't know if you guys saw the Ant-Man trailer last week. I mean, that was amazing. And now we got this Mandalorian now. I'm like, dude, it's so cool to be a nerd right now. If you really understand what's going on, this is like the tippy top for everybody.
Oh heck, it's so cool to be Pedro Pascal right now. He's right. he's you know the foundation of his career is playing badass babysitters for kids that aren't even his. You know.
Yeah.
He's
the golden age of Pedro Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he's like being a nanny for all these unbelievably powerful kids. This is what he is. He's literally Hulk Hogan from the 90s. This is what Pedro Pascal comes.
I like that.
Oh man. So, I mean, with all this going on, first thing we have to do, we need to watch this trailer again. So, I think you got it up.
Yeah, I got it up. Hold on, I'm changing our thumbnail real quick to add the trailer poster, so we get a couple more views. So give me a second. But I know I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if you guys watched it. I know Zach, you just did a live stream watching it.
Yeah, and it did really, really well.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
It did.
We're looking at
500 views.
Dude, way to go, man!
Really,
I got 8 subs out of it. So that was
nice.
That's what I'm talking about, right there.
Yeah,
there you go.
For your second live stream?
Yeah, man.
Almost 500 views. We've been doing it for over a year, and the most we got was like close to 200. So that's really awesome, dude.
I think awesome. Somebody joined in and he tweeted it out, so maybe that's
nice.
He's like, he found my Twitter.
All that matters is that's awesome, and you're doing it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Your reaction. I loved your reaction to it because I was waiting on these guys while I was watching.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The Cold Lords came in, started making fun of me. I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be a party.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
That's awesome. Well, since we're waiting on Tank real quick, I'm gonna show you what I did when I went to the comic book store today. Obviously.
Oh yeah.
The day that ends in Y. So anyway.
So I went to the comic book store. It's terrible. So I don't know. You saw Children of the Black Sun. So Tank was talking about this last week, so I went and grabbed it.
What's that about?
So, from what I gather is that these kids, happens. The black sun comes up. The sun comes up one day and it's black, and all the kids that are born on that day are basically like negative. They look negative, basically.
Mhm.
Brian, before you continue, is his mic messing up for everybody, or is this just me?
It sounded good on my end.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. So it just might be my headphones then, because he sound a little like robotic-y a little bit.
In the upper left corner, if you have those little bars, sometimes it might be your internet connection's bad, like up where it says live and you see the time and stuff like that, which could cause you to be hearing other people as well as like that.
Yeah. Do I sound? Am I moving fine?
Yeah, you sound fine. Yeah.
You sound fine.
Okay. Cool.
But I don't know if I haven't read the whole thing yet. So is it 20 years later? How many years later that the sun happens again? The second Black Sun?
Yeah. I forgot how many years. It was probably less than 20 years.
Because the other kids are maybe like 15, 20 years old. So it happens again. And then those kids also are, white eyes, totally look like a negative view, a negative and it's kind of going through that. When I was reading the reviews, it was like children. I've heard of a movie like this, and I couldn't put my finger on it. But it seems awesome. And when I asked for the guy was like, "Yeah, we have one copy left."
Nice.
Damn, I gotta check it out. I gotta see if my
it's independent. Yeah, it's independent.
They have the best stories, man, because they don't have any limits.
Yeah, they can do
whatever. Yeah, they were kind of go and do whatever they want. If you didn't finish the issue, Brian?
I got it like maybe like 5 o'clock. So yeah, I haven't finished it yet.
Okay, because the way it ends is what it started off really good with giving you a breakdown of the two Black Suns, and then the way it ended, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm really interested to see where it goes. So
the second one comes out in February, correct? I believe.
Probably early February or something like that.
How you doing, Brian?
Oh, good, man. Just was out in the south suburbs at my parents' house this weekend. My sister came back in town. She's out in Arizona right now, so it was great to see my little sister. I didn't really do a whole lot. I just kind of this is my second weekend in a row taking a break from the city. Kind of needed it.
Yeah. Hey. You're tired of dodging bullets sometimes, it's just like you only can matrix so much, it's
right.
Your back starts hurting, like, oh man, this is crazy. But
might do the same thing this coming weekend. I'm not sure.
You might have to do this. I mean, get some time away, heal your back, do some exercises, learn how to run. We haven't got any snow in Chicago, so all the same stuff that happens during the summer is still here. It's still happening.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like we haven't gotten I think I could count on one hand how often we've gotten snow so far.
Oh, one weekend, I think. That's what we got.
Huh? New York hasn't gotten any snow at all.
Oh, lucky.
Oh no, I'm scared.
It's just building up. It's coming.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
I'm scared about the global warming.
There's a global warming. That's not real. What you talking about? That's not real.
Especially,
it's 50 degrees on January 16th, guys.
After watching Last of Us.
No, exactly.
That's what Derby said.
That interview scared the crap out of me. As it gets warmer and warmer, I was like,
yeah. He bought a book. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
So as far as comic books go, I have a lot of comic books. I read a lot.
Hey. Sorry, Deborah. I was doing a bunch of stuff, but we got you in here.
No. Yeah, so I know what it reminds me of. The Village of the Damned.
Nice.
Village of the Damned. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah. I'm saying if Angry Joe loves a video adaptation that is good, I'll put it at that. Angry Joe he's been hating everything lately. Right, get down. Okay. All right. So I got it up. I got everything going. Appreciate Derpy hanging around in here. But we got a couple people in here. We got about 11 people in here. Let's watch this thing, man. I haven't seen it yet, so I am super excited.
I haven't seen it at all.
This is the way.
Yeah. This is the way. Don't I have something? Hold on. Yeah.
A couple things.
Yeah, right. Don't we have we got Boba Fett.
Oh God.
We got Boba Fett. I don't think we have any. I don't think I have any Mando stuff.
We did.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Remember.
I remember it was like
the
thing
Mandos.
Got the Mando stuff. This is one of our old school ones. That was, if you ever seen
the crying.
What's the name of that movie?
Midsummer.
Well, it's Midsummer, and then it's the guy's face is Dear Evan Ensign.
Dear, yeah.
That's who that is. Yeah. I couldn't make it out of
crying face. Like he's a 40-year-old man who's supposed to be an 16-year-old. They say like a bantha.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, where we at? All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we have Zach Attack reviews with us again. What is up, everyone?
Hey, man.
Same old.
Excited, guys.
Yes.
Can't wait for you guys to see this trailer. It's amazing.
We can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, Brian is talking about the new Mando trailer. It dropped today. I was trying to get live, but that obviously didn't happen. So we're a little bit late. It came out about 30 minutes ago. But we're going to watch it. And then shout out to Zach. You did one live reaction to it, and the video did really well. So go check that out.
Go watch
it. Appreciate that shout.
Yeah.
Zach Attack reviews.
Hey, you got 471 views in 15 minutes. So that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, that is awesome.
Dude, you were on a live for like 2 hours. I was like, wow, he's still doing it. By himself.
Take forever.
Yeah.
It took forever to come out.
I was like, it's coming on at halftime. I wonder if he knows that.
Right.
No,
yeah, usually does.
I read that completely wrong.
Oh,
I thought it was coming out 8:15, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get on 8:10,
and then go. So yeah,
but that mistake worked out, so
it's fine. It did.
He was good though, so I gotta give it to you, man. That was great.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'll put a link up here. Yeah. So let's check it out. Audio. All right, let me know if you guys can hear it.
Our people are scattered like stars in the galaxy. What are we? What do we stand for? Being a Mandalorian is not just learning about how to fight. You also have to know how to navigate the galaxy. That way, you'll never be lost.
Hmm.
I'm going to Mandalore so that I may be forgiven for my transgressions.
So cute.
May the Force be with you!
This is the way.
There's something dangerous happening out there. And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act, it'll be too late.
It's so nice to see Star Wars with lightsabers.
This part.
Here we go.
This is the way.
Wrong one, bro.
Oh.
Right.
That was the wrong one, guys.
Yeah.
Picked the wrong team.
Work. This is not the time to hunt.
Yeah, they are treating Grogu in a Mando show. Super excited about that. It's very interesting, man. Are we going to get more of his backstory of when he was at the temple? It looked like.
I feel like we pretty much have to, right?
Yeah, we need to know who saved him. I mean, what, season 2? Oh no, 3. So,
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
3, yeah.
2.5.
It's time for us to learn more about him. No more.
Wait a minute. So let me. What did Derpy say again? This is why I am not somewhat excited because of how they are treating.
Oh,
Grogu.
he said not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you said somewhat not excited. I thought you said.
I feel like they're doing fine because this is Mando's story. Grogu is important part of it. You know, he is going to be part of a Mandalorian, so I have no problem with them having a side focus as long as it's not totally focused on him. It still is very much focused on the Mandalorians, and that's what makes me excited.
Also, we don't know. It's the Mandalorian, but we don't know. Is
Who's
it
it about?
Djarin? Is Din Djarin the Mandalorian, or is Grogu gonna be the Mandalorian? You know what I mean?
Man.
We still don't know that. We still don't know that.
That's
I didn't stop to think about that.
Look, there was a part there, and I saw this the live stream. Somebody pointed out, and I did not see it originally. There's a mini Mando helmet coming out of that thing. That's like the size of Grogu's head.
Yeah.
Yep.
He chose his way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we already got the chainmail, the Scar chainmail.
Exactly.
You know, that he had to make the choice of. You know, in which that made no sense. You know, it was like, here's a big part of the Mando continuation in Book of Boba Fett. I was like, I guess
they had to put some butts in the seats, man. You can't when you look at that, you're like, oh man, no one's watching this. Mandalorian.
Got 2 full episodes of his own.
They're like, we don't have no more filler guys, so let's go ahead and throw him in right now. That's exactly what happened.
And those are the only two episodes that charted.
You know what's funny? Like I love seeing Star Wars with lightsabers. It just warms my heart. It really does. I know you guys don't care, but I need it. I need some lightsabers in my life.
That little guy was me when I was watching this trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Babu freak. Yeah, this is because I'm like, why is he in the cave? I was like, I don't know.
I wonder what this thing was attacking.
That was good. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Is it like a gun or?
I can't tell from there.
Yeah, I think they purposely not showing us.
Yeah, they didn't. This one didn't have too much new content compared to some of the other trailers.
Yep.
No, it was an expansion of the teaser trailer.
Yeah, pretty much. But
that's usually what they do. They drop a teaser, and then the official trailer is like more of the teaser, just more of it, and then the third trailer is probably going to be like brand new stuff.
Yeah,
I don't want too much stuff. I don't want too much stuff. I want to have a little mystery. A little mystery goes a long way. You know,
I agree.
I want to see.
We talked about that before. Like we know everything now because of leaks and trailers and stuff like that. So you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer in, just leaving, leave all the big reveals for the final product when we're sitting watching it, show just enough in the trailers and any leaks. Well, I know there's less control when it comes to leaks, but even the trailers, just don't compress the entire thing into 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's that. Also, I mean, I think the rumor is we're going to see Sabine, from Rebels is supposed to maybe show up in this one, because she's supposed to show up in Ahsoka. Like, I think she's confirmed in Ahsoka. So
that's played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
Right?
Hera is her. The lady who voiced Sabine is playing Sabine.
You're right.
Much like what's her name?
That's amazing.
I can't think of her name. The chicken that used to be in charge of the Mandalorians. I'm having a brain fart.
She's the voice actress and she's playing the character in the show. That's dope. I love when they do that.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm not even a Star Wars fan. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, sucker for Grogu and Mando's relationship. And I think that's why so many people. Yep, so many people are in this one.
You're right, Knox. It really draws you in. I'm a casual Star Wars fan, and I still love their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's what really does it. It's like it draws in casual fans because one are cute little baby Yoda looking thing, and then Pedro Pascal, which is Pedro Pascal. So yeah, and then it's enough Star Wars stuff, especially in season 1, to get everyone hooked into it.
Exactly.
It's definitely. That'd be a good starting off sport.
Someone like me who believes that I need to have the Force in a Star Wars movie or a Star Wars show. I can really enjoy it.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely.
I can do it with or without when it comes to Star Wars.
And you're gonna get more of what we got earlier this year. I like a slow burn. Nothing.
It doesn't have to be though.
As long as it keeps my attention. You know, the Star Wars universe is so big.
It can still be big. It's still, if it's the main thing about Jedi, like it doesn't have to be follow the Skywalker saga for you to not have, you know, the cool stuff. Like you can still have the cool stuff and not be the Skywalker saga. You can go to a different side of the universe. Doesn't mean they're the only ones with lightsabers. Like that makes no sense to me. Lightsabers should be everywhere.
Let's come up with some cool new weapon.
But if lightsabers are everywhere, then is the universe really feeling that big?
Yes. It's like, is there a gun everywhere? Does that mean the world's not big? Yes, it's still big. It's different type of stuff. But you could do all type of things with having a lightsaber. A lightsaber is just a thing. It could be everywhere. You know, it's just a thing. Yeah. There are people that are walking upright everywhere because they walk on two or they're all bipedal. Does that mean the universe is too small? No. It's just what things happen. You know, it's just what it is. It's just a thing that happens to be everywhere.
What's up, Parker?
Hey, Parker.
Hey, Parker.
But also it's like if now I think after the original, after the prequels, you know, Jedi were a lot rare in the solar system, which I get, you know, because they're all hunted down. But you can easily like some were hidden, some stuff like that. I mean, there's how many lightsabers, even if you're not an actual Jedi, are still floating around. The dark saber, look at the dark saber, how old that thing is, and it's still being floated around.
It just floats around because you don't destroy lightsabers. I mean, there were at one point a lot of Jedi, like Sith. There were a lot of them. So having a lightsaber around just makes sense to be around. I mean, it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
But should everyone have one?
No. It could be one on every planet. Like it's not like that's not a huge stretch.
Yeah. The High Republic, which is supposed to be the acolyte, is going to be like that was like the actual like some of the like that was when like it was like at one of the highest point for the Jedi where they were just like completely in charge and just it was peaceful time kind of thing too. So it makes sense. It makes sense. You know, I don't want to see, but also I hate bringing up The Last Jedi because I hate the sequel trilogy. Yeah, but there's that kid with the broomstick that just nothing ever panned it out. So like there people that are still force sensitive are still
all around
out there. You know what I mean? So you know, I would love to see this really continue the actual Star Wars story where Grogu grows up, becomes a Mandalorian, but also becomes a Jedi. And he kind of and then it would flow with the sequel trilogy where we're like, well, you know what, Luke was wrong because he did this and this and this, everything he did, all the stupid shit he did in the sequel trilogy. And he could be like, you know what, he could be the Luke that we got in the books. He was like, yeah, you know what, emotions aren't bad to have because in the books that's how he was, you know. So it's like, yeah, you can have attachments and still be a Jedi and still enjoy life.
You can still follow and be a gray Jedi. You can do a lot of different things with this. I mean, why not?
Yeah,
why not? And you could use Grogu to fix a lot of the crap that they did wrong in the second sequel or the third.
The trilogy.
Yeah, the third.
But I wouldn't mind because Grogu, Yoda's what, 900 years old before he died. Grogu could easily go 200 years in the road. You know, Rey's gone, Kylo's gone, everyone, you know, Skywalker's like a title, whatever stupid shit, you know, Rey wanted to do with it. and make Grogu the guy who rebuilds. And it would make sense because everyone, like the best master of all time was Yoda. Why not have baby Yoda, you know, like be the rebuild of it all, you know what I mean? So I can see this going into a different series into the future if they want to go that route. But this right now, this could be the thing, you know, that's my thing is like, is Grogu the Mandalorian? We're just seeing his progression from beginning to start, you know what I mean? Or is Din the Mandalorian? But I don't know. Either way, I'm excited.
Or maybe his family line. His family line is what the Mandalorian, like they are following it.
And we get was that a Kowakian monkey lizard?
Tank, I
when
love
they
the
said, like-
idea of Grogu being the focus of the next trilogy. So it gives us payoff for watching these prequels. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah,
it's not going anywhere.
yeah.
I
You
like
know,
that.
like you said, get away from the Skywalker stuff. I think they kind of finished that.
Yeah.
Now there is no more Skywalkers. That's done.
Yeah.
You know, have it be a title. You know, like that's the highest level of Jedi you can get is being a
That's
Skywalker.
cool.
Mhm.
And then you know, like you're a Grandmaster Skywalker. I don't fucking know, something stupid. You know, I mean, Star Wars. You can get silly with it. You know, but go
Yeah.
200-300 years down the road, like, and then Grogu's a little bit older. You know, and we know that he doesn't have to talk like Yoda because Yaddle didn't talk like that either.
Perfect English.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, this could go somewhere, but right now, I like where it's at. You know, it's the whole what's that old samurai where the retired samurai travels Japan with his kid or something like that. That this is basically based off
That
of
is
it.
what it is. Yeah.
You know, just let that be. You know, adventures with you know, cowboy and you know, Jedi. Like, let's do it.
That sounds amazing.
That's what this is. It's awesome. You know, it's like, yeah, I love it. I just like some of the pictures though. Like his new ride is really sick. You know, it's like muscle car meets
Yeah, it does.
spaceship.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying
I
to
love
see
Star
what,
Wars when they combine stuff that we know but make it sci-fi. I think
Mhm.
that's the best time when they
Absolutely.
make stuff.
I was trying to see. Is that what was that IG-88 or whatever, the one that sacrificed? It's hard to
Is
tell.
that?
I wonder if that's. I wonder if it's like a statue. You know.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm
it
kind of
looks like
curious
a statue.
about. Yeah, I'm curious about his story, like how he's like.
How's he
king
running
or
things?
leader.
Yeah. What's he doing? Yeah. That's.
So
And is he going to help Mando? You know.
Yeah.
Probably. I feel
And
like he
then-
owes Mando a lot.
And then Mando getting all the Mandalorians together to finally fight under one like flag, one banner. That's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, Bo-Katan is not gonna let that happen.
Bo-Katan.
You know?
Yeah.
But instead of trying to fight, you bring them all together. Do your best.
Yeah, but
So
in
I
season
wonder
2
if,
she wanted to rule.
I mean, she did already.
Yeah.
You know, in Rebels, she ruled. Sabine
Mm.
gave her the dark saber, and she was the leader. And somehow she effed it all up because what's his name had it? Was it Moff Gideon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Like this looks cool. I'm assuming this is like Mandalore.
Mando. Yeah, that's Mandalorian.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
they're gonna
It's all
explain
beat up
to us exactly what happened. We're gonna probably get flashbacks about
Flashback. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. That should be
That's
action
pretty
packed.
cool. Yeah.
But this is going to be a good story. That's what, you know, and it gives you Grogu, so it gets the cute stuff, but it makes sense. I think they're going to finish arcs in this third one. I really believe they're going to finish a lot of arcs. And I'm sure, I'm surprised if Din Djarin, like if he dies and Grogu is able to go ahead and like
Not for a while. Not
You
for
don't
a
think
while.
so?
Not that season 3. It's not even at its peak yet. It's not even at its peak.
I don't know if you can go
think that's how the
season
series
5.
will end. Man, this is gonna go like 6-7
But
seasons.
if you're right, and Din is not the Mandalorian, and all this time we're just looking at the backstory for Grogu, and Grogu is the Mandalorian. Why couldn't season 4 just be about Grogu and about him stepping into the spotlight?
Yeah, I would love that, man. Have a little, badass Yoda with the dark saber, and with Beskar like armor doing crazy stuff. But
I think Mando survives another
cool.
season. I think he's too popular of a character for him to kill off right now.
I just don't know if Pedro has enough time to do all the stuff he's doing.
It's all the same. He's like, all right, now put on the armor and go on adventures with this kid. Now take off the armor and go on adventures with this kid.
Well, at least with The Last of Us, he only has 2 seasons of that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so his schedule might not be tied up like too long, right?
Yeah.
But this scene real quick was one of right off the bat when they did it. Let me see if I can change it back. Where she goes, "May the force be with you," right? Which is the iconic thing. And then right after that, because the Din saying this is the way. I was like, that's genius. You know, it's like you're
You
putting
have both of them.
And that's the focus.
Everyone knows.
The focus is that you could be a Mandalorian and a Jedi, and how you could, and that's why he's the Mandalorian. He's the one bringing them together. I love the way you're thinking. I like the way you're going with this.
May the Force be with you!
This is the way.
Yeah.
Genius.
Right like that. Yeah. Pretty cool. I'm excited.
I like that. That's a good idea, and that's a great way to go. And you can do so many new things with even the new series that are coming out when you're doing those things. I mean, Ahsoka, because another great Jedi type of thing, and show like the Jedi were probably wrong, and now we're going to show the new way how the Jedi kind of survives because they are no longer focused on the old way of doing things.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what happened with the Luke in the books. You know what I mean? Like learn hiding your emotions and you can't have these emotions is what ruined the Jedi Council. You know, they didn't allow Anakin to be in his emotions. You know, and they're like, no, hide that shit. You're a man, hide that shit. You know, he's like Luke grew up and is like, hold on, no, like that's part of being alive.
A person.
You know, so yeah, but then they obviously changed Luke from the books and then Luke in the movies. So, and I think I can just see, because Catherine Kennedy's gone. Yeah, I think we've been talking about it somewhat after Indiana Jones. I think they pull the plug, and I know we've been saying it for a while.
June 30th, she's out. It's last day, guys.
Yeah, that's when the countdown starts. But we've been saying like who's going to replace her, and I think. And I know me and Brian and Brandon were talking about it, was Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Yeah. Until Filoni is more business savvy, just do what DC's doing. Here's your creative, here's your businessman, and make some cool shit.
I'd say through this, they pretty much earned it. This is easily like my, as far as the live action content goes, it's my favorite, content from Star Wars right now. I kind of I tapped out. Yeah, I tapped out of the prequel trilogy after the last Jedi. I still haven't watched Rise of Skywalker. But
everything in me wants to tell you have to watch it, but you don't.
No, I don't want to do that to myself.
You get Babu Freak.
But yeah,
Rise of Skywalker made me audibly groan in the movie theater, and I never do that.
Everyone
was doing the same thing.
Everyone don't say it. Don't say it. Dude, there were people yelling in the at the screen in my theater.
Yeah,
like don't kiss him. Don't kiss him.
This is stupid. This is so stupid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. At the very end, people yelling, "Don't say it! Don't say it!" And she said it, and people would just like, "No!" like legit, like screaming, "No!" People toss popcorn and everything like that. So
it was like that.
It was, yeah. Oh, dude, people were pissed.
It was pretty bad. Opening weekend.
Yeah. So he's coming back, the cloner.
Yeah.
I wonder what story that's going to be about too.
Mm-hmm. I think Filoni, he's thinking 10 years down the road already. That's what I'm thinking. I at least what I hope. That's what I hope, because he knows he can't erase the prequel or the sequel trilogy. It's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. Disney spent too much money. It's not going to happen. But if he can tie it together in a little bow and then continue his shit years down the road, and I think that's what this is. I think they used Grogu's DNA or used other Jedi DNA and stuff like that and created Snoke, and then that story did its thing. And I don't know.
Yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised if there is like a grand mapped out plan for, just like you said, Tank, a number of years. Yeah. For all we know, this could be like an MCU length plan, at least for a couple of years.
Maybe. What is that patch?
Maybe. Yeah, what is that?
That's the Rancor. The thing that
is the Rancor. Yeah,
but I never seen a patch of it, so I wonder what that's about.
First of all, before we move on from this guy, I love this guy. I don't know if you ever seen Kim's Convenience on Netflix.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
hilarious!
So great, hilarious show. So I'm glad to see him getting more work.
Yeah, I think he showed up in last season. It was funny.
Yeah,
him and Filoni. Yeah, him and Filoni were trying to pull over Din in I believe season 2.
Was that season 2?
Yeah.
Or season 1? I forgot. Yeah. No, it was season 2.
It was in Boba.
It was a Boba.
It was in Boba. Yeah.
Then he takes off, and they're like, "Yeah, okay."
Let's not write this in our report.
Yeah, that's funny. I love seeing Dave Filoni like pop up on screen.
Yeah,
but like this gives me very Empire Luke in the cave vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Very dark and the green, which Yoda.
So I know we're all done with the Skywalker saga, but do you believe that we're going to get anything else from Skywalker, or are they going to be in something else?
No.
Well, I heard there's a rumor that Luke is in this.
I can see that. That's so cool.
3.
That's so cool.
In season 3,
I don't think Rey is done as much as people think she is.
I don't think so either. Even though I hadn't seen the last one, I obviously have heard about what happens in it, but I don't think we've seen the last of her.
In 10 years, a bad character. In 10 years, no one's going to care.
Mm-hmm.
In 10 years, it's going to be something.
When she finally pops up in like 5 to 6 years, people are going to cheer.
Yep. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it in the theater. She comes out of nowhere and she like takes off her hood or whatever. Everyone's yeah.
Especially if she saves a new character that everybody loves, like he's a danger, and she boom, and then like everything will be forgiven. We don't care that you kissed a terrorist. We don't care that you jumped from allegiance to allegiance. We don't care about none of that stuff. You're back.
But she saved him. It was such a toxic relationship. I can change him. He killed billions of people, but I can save him. That's like the most toxic relationship shit.
Yeah.
I guess it's realistic.
I guess.
Oh,
a lot of women out there trying to save.
That is not opinion of Brian Waller. You can go ahead. Exclude me from any of those direct
comments over to Zach
This
Attack
is sponsored
Reviews.
by Zach Attack Reviews. Subscribe for more toxic opinions.
Oh my god. I have enough people coming after me already. The comments. I don't need more. Nah.
You see some wild stuff. I'll be watching the videos and I'm like, Brian, man. You lucky I know you already. God
Oh
man. Yeah.
Sometimes I say stuff and I realize afterwards I'm like, man, I probably should have said that.
I just look for Brandon's facial reaction. I'm like,
I don't want to bring it back up. I was gonna clip it what you said last week, but I'm like, you know what? I don't want to. I don't want that out in the universe.
We should delete that. That's what I was thinking after he said it. I was like, oh man,
what you say? What video is it?
No, it's bad. I was like,
what video is it? Okay,
I'll send you the chat.
I was like, oh man, I did not say that. Why did I even say that?
Me and Brandon were like, whoa. You meant it this way.
Oh man,
that was terrible.
Hold on, I'm sending you a private chat because you're gonna love.
Got you.
It's about me loving my kids.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going with.
He loves his kids.
and not in a Tom Brady type of way.
He's scaring me.
Yeah, let's do a private chat.
I'm Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC.
You just see people coming through the ceilings and the walls, knocking over his pops. We finally got you.
Got him.
He just sent it to me, and that's wild, Brian. What's happening? I know it's live, so you just say it off the whim, but that's a little too live.
No, I knew what I was saying. I realized how it could be construed. I was like, that's probably not what I want to say.
Especially if you take it out of context. That's what me and Brandon were like, hold on. You meant that.
My little kids. Like pause.
My little kids.
Life's like you never know what you're gonna get.
Hey, that's why every time I open my mouth, you never know.
Oh
man. That was so bad.
Oh man. But I don't know. Anything else on this trailer before we move on?
It wasn't mind blowing. I thought it was
good
going to see
parts.
some crazy things, but it was solid. It was solid.
Yeah,
It was exactly.
yeah,
I'll give that. It's solid.
yeah. If I had to sum it up, I'd say it was enough.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look
It
at
was enough.
Brandon's face.
I love I love the Mandalorian anyway. So I'm in either way it goes. But this was just enough. This was all that I needed to be like,
Just a reminder, and you're getting them. March 1st. We know what we're gonna get. How much you love it. It's like just remember how much you love the show. See you March 1st, and that's all it really was.
I was gonna watch it
Yeah.
without the trailer
That's all you need.
anyway. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this show doesn't need a trailer. You just need a release date.
Exactly.
That's a poster, and
That's
then that's
it.
all the show knows. Yeah.
You have doom, 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 doom in the background.
Yeah.
And it said the
Yeah.
Mandalorian superimposed, and then say March 1st, 2023. That's all you need to know. Everyone be like, oh my God.
Like, you'll be there.
And it's so nice to have a show back that I can earnestly say that, like, from the second it started, when I started watching it in 2019, several years back, I was in from the very beginning. It hooked me that much,
Mhm.
and it's something that I can just turn my phone over and not even think about looking at, and just give this my undivided attention. It's been that way since day one. So it's
Look at that face.
who am I?
Yeah.
Thanks.
It froze at the wildest point.
But so really, really excited to have this one back. It's one of those ones that I've definitely been waiting like hand and foot on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Stranger Things.
Yeah, just like Stranger Things. Yeah.
I don't know, Tank. Have you seen Stranger Things yet, bro?
I haven't finished it.
Look at you.
but you've at least started it, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Okay, that's good enough.
That's what,
good
like
enough.
6 episodes long. I'm like on the third. So,
You're on the third season?
He's running up the hill.
no, third episode of the last season.
I see what you did there.
He's running up the hill.
the hill. With how long season 4 is, he's definitely running up the hill.
Yeah, they make us wait 3 years, and they're like, "All right, here's 6 episodes, but each one's like 2 hours long." I was like, it just. But this one I thought was kind of interesting because you had some droids, the separatist droids, very shiny looking R2D2, but it's some kind of R2. One here, R2, another R2 unit. I like how they're drinking, but it's just like a battery, like with a straw. And I think they all have it. So I was like, this is how they get drunk.
You really gotta appreciate just the work that goes into the production value on these shows rather than movies now. 10, 15, whatever, however many years ago, stuff like this would have been unheard of for a show. But these are like films in themselves.
Yeah,
like the Star Wars stuff. The
amount of money
MCU stuff we're getting on Disney Plus. Yeah, like all the Amazon Prime stuff. It's so I really, really that just makes me even more invested.
Yeah.
I was just watching one of my YouTube channel friends' video about what if streaming didn't exist. That was like the discussion video. And one of the things they were talking about, like the quality of everything you watch was great because they couldn't put out shit because it had to go for 20 episodes and it wasn't that much content, no streaming. But it's lack of variety and there's certain geeky stuff we wouldn't be getting if we didn't have streaming. And I'm like, I prefer it this way.
You miss a lot of details.
Me too.
A lot of this stuff allows you to put so many more details that you see in the comics or can see in books or see the actual story. You can actually put into a show, and instead of doing a 6-hour movie, Zack Snyder style, you can go ahead and break it up into a movie, into a TV show, and enjoy all of it, without having to cut out important parts.
Yeah.
But last thing I want to say, Star Wars with lightsabers wins.
Yeah, blasters.
Blasters. There you go. Oh wait. I got mine too.
Yeah, We always
nerds.
Oh, big nerds.
Always ready.
Do I have mine? No, I don't.
That was awesome.
I was about to bust out my Master Sword, but that's the wrong franchise.
Close enough. I can't wait to go back to Star Wars land in Disney World. Build my lightsaber.
They don't know what to do.
I'd like to go sometime this year.
I need to go. Period. I never been to Disneyland.
Plan ahead.
Halloween. Halloween. Let's do this.
Yeah, plan ahead.
I'm probably going to go back to the UK first before I go to Disney World. But, yeah, I had so much fun out there.
Yeah, I bet all the liquor. There's a lot more liquor.
There's a lot more alcohol. That's why.
There's a lot more alcohol.
As a man with kids, I'll be like, yeah, there's no way I'm getting away until they turn 18. So I got a long time to go. Nice. A long time.
Hey, but yeah, yeah, no, man, I can't wait. I cannot wait for this.
It's a good trailer. I am excited by it, and I can't wait to see what we can do.
Hey, Shadow of the Raven. Thanks for joining.
Yes. Oh man, it's just we used to just call today like a Pedro Pascal day, because
this is what it is.
Because after this, we're talking about his other great thing that he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
dude, I can't wait to talk about that. That was so awesome.
That.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
definitely get into that. But yeah, if anybody got anything else, we'll move on to some other stuff.
Yeah, let's go on to the best part of this whole thing.
Cool. So if you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna talk about some other Pedro Pascal stuff. If you're watching our replay, we appreciate it. Thank you. Make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you hit that like button. Let us know what you think about Mandalorian, the new trailer that we got, and also make sure you check out Zach Attack reviews down there. Check out his reaction and his channel, all that good stuff. But yeah, let's move on. All right. Well, before we get out to The Last of Us, let's see. Was there another? I feel like there's another trailer that dropped, like another bigger kind of trailer.
I don't think we saw. I saw. They're talking about Adam Warlock in the Guardians 3.
Oh
yeah.
That up real quick.
Yeah, that still frame that was pretty awesome. I was like, all right.
Yeah,
we
that was the best look we've had at him so far.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen The Last of Us yet, Shadow?
Oh. Dude.
Go watch it now.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Hit the subscribe.
Yeah, definitely.
And then pause the video.
Go watch it and then come back.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
Well, I usually cut up the live show, so you can watch the actual review. I'll probably drop it Wednesday.
Wednesday. Wednesday we'll be able to get it out.
Yeah, just The Last of Us review, but oh my. It's weird how we got one of the worst things we ever seen on HBO ever in history ever, followed by one of the best things HBO has ever done. Yeah.
That's Velma, guys, in case you didn't know.
Velma's that bad?
Velma's that bad, and I'm still angry about it.
It was horrible, man.
I love Scooby-Doo, so yeah, I was disappointed.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo. I'm a fan since early childhood.
Okay.
I wanted to give it a fair shake because even though I'm not a Mindy Kaling fan, I don't necessarily dislike her. She's just not my cup of tea when it comes to humor. I wanted to give it a fair shot anyway, just because I'll give anything with the Scooby-Doo brand at least a fair shot. I'm going in like maybe I'm wrong. Everyone's ready to tear it to shreds, but maybe it'll prove me wrong. And then of course, I was wrong.
I was excited.
Wrong.
I was excited.
Well,
I was like, yeah,
there's people who like it though, because it's getting a season 2, so people do like it.
It's getting a season 2 because it had the most. Well, that's what Mindy. Oh, they hate it. The ratings on IMDb are lower than Dragon Ball Evolution. So there you go.
Yeah, but we got to look at the actual reviews because I think that's a lot.
I have not seen one good one.
I just had my reviews. The things that she's doing was just
not good.
Yeah.
So I gotta check out the episodes. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. So she put out a thing because it wound up being
The biggest original on HBO Max.
The most viewed animated debut of any HBO Max show, which is cool. Like, all right, the biggest animated film. But I'm like, you know what? Next week, Monday's title is going to be is like the biggest drop off of viewers from an HBO.
From ever. Yeah. Because I mean, you're using the Scooby-Doo brand. The Scooby-Doo brand in itself was going to bring people from generations. Think about it. It's been out since the 60s.
As we know how Knox feels about Riverdale.
Thank you, Knox. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Knox. Thank you so much.
There's people who love Riverdale.
Yeah, there is. I mean, but that's a CW show, so you kind of know what you get.
That demographic. Yeah.
This, I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, Scooby-Doo meets the Harley Quinn animated show," and it was neither.
Yeah, it really wanted to be Harley Quinn too. The only difference is Harley Quinn is good and hilarious, and this is not.
Very well done.
And this is not.
I've only heard 2 positive reviews about this, and it's 2 of my close friends. So I was just like, oh, but you guys are telling me it's bad, so I'm like, oh boy.
They saying it's bad, and it's not me saying it. Like, I'm not saying there. I love Scooby-Doo, so I could watch anything with Scooby-Doo, but it's just she's doing some crazy stuff. I don't know. And it's not really a good story, and I don't know. I'm just disappointed.
Like I said, I've never. It's been a very long time that I've watched a show that actively goes out of its way to let its audience know how much it hates them.
Yeah, a few jokes. There's at least 2 jokes saying like how adults that watch cartoons are suck. You know, so like, oh, thanks, appreciate that. Like,
yeah, and antagonize your audience, Mindy. Do that.
Yeah. That and just the very crappy social commentary on just some of the stuff where you're like, cool, that was funny maybe like 20 years ago.
It's funny because the show thinks it's witty and hilarious and smart, and it's not nearly as witty and hilarious as smart as it thinks it is. That's the most grating thing. If I had to sum it up in one word, that's the word I'd use. Grating. It's a very grating show.
Jeez.
I mean, if you want to watch it, I don't recommend anybody watching it. It's kind of like, but that's why it's getting a season 2 is because they had that big debut, but I feel like they're very tone deaf because like it is not doing well in any of the critics. Like Rotten Tomatoes has a super low, IMDb, Google, like everything has it super, super low.
Yeah.
I would be interested to see why your friends think it's good. I would love to.
I know.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Maybe Mindy Kaling paid them.
Do your friends know her? She's from New York, right? So
yes.
Or
all
she
people
Jersey?
From New York. All people from New York know each other.
What?
Well, yeah, she's from New York. You should know her. No, that's not how things work.
Yeah.
Well, they do that in Chicago all the time. Like, oh, you know Chance the Rapper? Yeah.
I was at his house yesterday.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget. Speaking of Chance, like when I was working over in Prudential, whenever I got off the metro and was going to my office, there was this guy at least on 3 different occasions saying he was part of Chance's like street team or his publicity team, and he was asking for donations or something. I'm like, if you're part of his publicity team, ask him for money, dude.
I was like, I know Chance, give me some money. Like,
yeah,
okay.
There's a chance you're not gonna get it from me.
Yeah. I'm like, you take these.
You can't do that in Chicago, man. Once again, you're gonna be doing your Matrix stuff. Oh,
Word.
first shot. Hey,
right.
I'm just gonna end this with it. Velma's audience score is 7%. That's with 4,600 rating. 4,600
Holy crap.
7%.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
People are saying it's racist. It's just,
well, they did.
I don't know if it's that racist.
They did make Fred like a racist psychopath, basically.
Yeah, it's like a rich white guy who's kind of racist. You know.
Yeah.
What?
But kind of.
Yeah.
You know, kind of. Not fully, but you can easily like, oh, okay, yeah. You know, because like she's Indian in the show, and then she's like, she's like, "Oh, you cheat off of me in Spanish." She goes, "Yeah, because you're Spanish." Like and she goes, "No, I'm Indian." So it's kind of like all dark skinned people are all the same because he's white. He's a rich white guy. But
gotcha.
Too much for me.
Yeah, if that's the kind of jokes you're doing with Scooby Doo. That's not the environment to do that with. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If it was an original show without the Scooby Doo brand, would it still be bad?
Yes.
Yeah, but it would still be bad, but because it still wouldn't be funny or entertaining.
It's poorly written. I feel like the jokes are tone deaf. It's cringy at times, and all those things together. It's not like Riverdale CW-ish. You can still watch it and be cool with whatever. It's fun. It's fun teen stuff. This is not like that.
Yeah, I think Mindy Kaling just kind of use the Scooby Doo brand Scooby Doo brand to just kind of help push it, really.
Yeah, it's the name, and also like Velma's that what's her name from the live action one kind of made it like, oh, it's that sexy nerd, and then like
Linda
Velma,
Cardellini.
so like in this one it's kind of like it was supposed to be more adult, but then like they're in high school, so like if you go a lot of adult, it's kind of weird when you really start. You're like, oh wait, yeah, they're 16 and ew, it's like because so many people like you don't know that until like later, or like until the show came out. But it was supposed to be like, oh, she's gonna be a little chunky, thick, Velma, and people were making all the jokes on Twitter, and then it came out and they're like, oh, they're in high school, like. Cool. That's gross.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's all over the place with this audience then, because you can't give adult 16-year-olds, but the 6-year-olds can't watch this because it's adult.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think me and my girlfriend were talking about it the other day too, like how bad it was, and she was like, it sounded like Velma, which was Mindy's voice, was just reading off a script. I'm like, oh yeah, kind of.
The voice acting is really bad too.
I didn't even really entertain
Fred was good.
That thought too much, but now that Fred was okay.
He was the only one over being really goofy, but it's also the guy from It's Sunny.
Glenn Howerton.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I think that's
sometimes it's okay to write and produce stuff and not star.
Yeah,
sometimes it's the best.
like Seth Rogen when he does Preacher or Invincible, or even though he only had like bit part in Invincible, it still worked.
But he did like a small role in Invincible.
Yeah,
he knows when to insert himself and when to just kind of stay away.
I don't want to spoil Invincible, but that's not a small role character.
You know what, Lil Tank? We're coming to get you.
Sorry. I watched season 1 and then I'm like, I gotta know the story, and then I read
all the books,
everything, and I'm like, this is amazing. I hope they do exactly this. So.
Let's take it.
Where is my season 2? Where?
It'll be coming pretty soon.
It's the scheduling with the actors. So all those actors are doing other stuff.
Yeah, you got a lot of big actors. A lot of big actors.
A lot.
So hopefully. Yeah. But I think also the first season, Amazon doesn't know what it was. Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be bad? And once it got all the good ratings, then they're like, all right, let's just how many seasons we need? 8 seasons? All right, let's go. Yeah.
They improved 2 and 3 right away.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Ahead.
Yeah. So, and then before we move on, real quick, Shadow said, was the Mandalorian trailer good? It was really good. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
It's good.
It hypes you up. It doesn't spoil anything I like, but it definitely hypes you up.
It does its job.
Yeah.
So.
As Brain likes to say, it understood the assignment and it hit the assignment. That's exactly how you do it.
Yeah. It was enough. It did its job.
All right. You want to talk about the Adam Warlock, or you just want to go straight into Last of Us?
Well, go ahead and do the Adam Warlock. We can do.
We can
this quick.
Yeah. All right. All right. Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we got Zack Attack reviews down there in the corner. I don't know where I'm pointing at, but there you go. Flipped on me. So Empire exclusive or whatever came out with a good picture of Will Porter's version of Adam Warlock. What this is gonna be? I don't know if he's gonna be a good guy, bad guy, anti-hero, in between guy. I don't know. But what do you guys think about this?
Doesn't look bad.
I think I don't think it looks bad. I've seen a couple takes online, people saying, like the usual stuff. Oh, it's over designed and blah blah blah. But it really seems like, unfortunately, there's no placating the fan base. Like, even when it looks spot on or comic accurate enough. And I expected the Adam Warlock costume to look a little alien and a little more intricate in detail. So I'm fine with it. You cut. Sometimes you have to kind of expect those kind of additions or enhancement. It's not like it's the Michael Bay Transformers where you can't really make out what's what.
You just don't like something. That's it.
I'm fine with it, and I know the verdict was out about Will Poulter playing this role because like Adam Warlock is widely perceived as this like Adonis of a dude, but he's a good actor, and like he glowed up for the role. If you've seen him in interviews in Comic-Con last year. So I'm really excited to see him, more of Adam Warlock. I think he's just going to be cool, and I think he looks cool.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm fine with it.
I have a unpopular opinion. I think he's walking like he's a douche. You ever see the dude in the gym? That's
Adam Warlock was a douche.
So it fits perfectly, right?
The wide lats.
Like dude,
totally.
Johnstown.
You have to go through the door sideways.
Yeah, like with his shoulders all squared, right?
Yeah.
Why are you?
He seems like the anti-Superman, just like really douchey. Got the cape and everything. Poulter is a good actor, and he looks like he fills that suit in real well. He looks bulky as hell. He looks like he's gonna smash Star-Lord's face in. The suit itself, my only thing with the MCU suits, they all kind of starting to look alike. And I hope
get that
we can start getting some variety in the textures and the way the suits kind of look. But at this point, I feel like we're not. If the MCU Phase 4 and 5, where they're trying new things, is happening, and they're still making the suits look similar to other suits, they're never gonna change anything. They just want everything to mix and match in different colors. So I think overall it looks good.
It doesn't pop.
That's a good point.
It doesn't. There's too much gold in the background with his. It should have been like a purple background or something else, so the gold on his suit could pop.
Yeah,
but you understand why it's gold, because everyone there is gold and they see it that way.
Yeah, everything's gold.
But something should have been on his suit that made it pop a little bit more. Even like a something black in the middle, or something that helps you to see the.
That's a really good point.
What you're saying, that's a really good point. The where the lining is, they should have black in lining all throughout.
More.
Exactly.
So you can differentiate what's going on. But I have to say, this is the best look of him we've gotten so far. Because when I seen him in the trailers, I was like, but now I'm like, okay, no, he looks like a badass. He looks like a douche, but he looks like a badass.
It's the cape. I think it's the cape. We haven't seen besides Thor, how many other caped characters do we have in the MCU?
Yeah,
Loki.
Thor, Loki.
Yeah, Thor, Loki. Yeah. But
what's his name?
The Asgardian thing.
Yeah, it's Asgardian.
Vision.
Vision have a cape.
He looks dope with the cape. So
and I think the cape. Luckily, if there was no cape in this picture, it would have really been way too much. But that red kind of around him made it look better. And you could tell because like the red makes the other red down here pop. The belt, the thighs, but up here it's gold on gold, and like I'm assuming that's red. It looks like around the neck is red, but it doesn't pop.
He looks like Homelander.
Yeah, I could see that, especially in the shot.
A little rumor / leak I heard about Homelander is that they're trying to make the Squadron Supreme their boys because that show's so popular. They want to see. They want to, and the Squadron Supreme. They're a little bit like the boys. So I can see them doing that.
Homelander vibes. But that's what I see. I look at him like, oh man, where's the red, white, and blue? Just have like the American flag on the chest, and he's Homelander. Done.
Where's the milk?
No.
Too soon?
But I mean, but if you want to make a good evil villain, Homelander is probably a good
he's the best.
Blueprint. Yeah.
He's a good inspiration. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like, I want you to be
blueprint.
Homelander, but in gold. Got it.
I love
like,
gold.
Adam Warlock in the
Myers in
comic is an interesting character because when he starts off baby like, and then as he grows and like gets to know things, he becomes more of like a man-like person. But he's a villain at first, then an anti-hero, then he becomes a hero. So I'm excited to see
the transition,
the progression of this character. Yeah, if we're gonna get all of it in this movie, or it's gonna happen over the course of a couple movies.
Oh yeah, definitely over the course of a couple.
I think so too.
They're gonna there's gonna be enough room for there's gonna be some longevity with Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock takes over for everybody. He like whoever's left, he got kind of like brings together and rides off into the sunset, and we'll see him in another movie. Is that possible?
I can see him being part of the new
Guardians
Guardians in the next iteration of the Guardians.
Whoever's
I can see
left.
that. Whoever's left, they're gonna pick up new people or whatever, stuff like that.
Yeah, I would love to see that Guardians team from the comics with Cosmic Ghost Rider and Sentry.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Sentry.
Yeah,
Sentry. Ooh.
Just that overpowered team, and they just face off against like Celestials and a bunch of brawling stuff. And that would be great.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, I still want to see Nova. I still want to see Nova pop up somewhere. They keep talking about his show and stuff. I think Guardians would be a great spot for him to show up because for obvious reasons, they already have.
I know this man is already doing a lot, but Pedro Pascal is Nova.
Just put him in everything. Whenever he can wear a helmet, just put him in.
Look, his son is Spanish. Let's not even do the half Spanish, half white thing. Let's just make him Nova Spanish and the son is Spanish. And we just get the Latina thing going on that side too.
But who would be the mandatory?
Well, you said Spanish and Latina.
Latino, sorry.
I'm saying Spanish.
But who will be the mandatory character for him to babysit?
Adam Warlock. He's just a man child.
He's a man child. or give him Groot. Give him Groot. Like Groot is blown up again, and he's the babysit group.
To me, that I want him to be Nova. I want him to.
He'd actually be a good Nova.
He's
Brandon Perea.
Perea from Nope. Yeah,
he looks a little young.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a version of Nova, one of the newer versions of Nova, where he's a really young. You know what I mean?
I just feel like they want to skip to his son eventually really fast. So that's why I feel like he might be too young to play like an older. Is it Sam? No, Sam is the son, right? Richard.
Richard.
Richard. Yeah, Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
I see him, but
we'll see.
Yeah.
There's so many characters, bro. There's so many characters now.
Yeah.
Where's Nova gonna fit?
They'll make room for him.
Yeah. Especially if he does well.
Literally, you could be watching a movie, you want to need a book to tell who's who. Like, all right.
Yeah.
That's Sentry. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna be able to keep track of it because I love all these characters, but these casuals gonna be like, who that again? Oh, that movie from 5 years ago? Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, kill somebody else.
I was actually looking up some of the fan casting people have put for Nova online, just kind of skimming through that. One interesting choice that I would not that I would be open to, because I've always liked this guy. I think he's a very underrated actor. Is Garrett Hedlund from Tron and Four Brothers and Death Sentence.
Oh, I love him.
He's a criminally underrated actor.
Yes.
And if anyone opposes that, watch Four Brothers and then go watch him in Death Sentence.
Dude.
And then watch him in Death Sentence.
Those are two good ones, man. Good job, dude.
Yeah. He's freaking terrifying in Death Sentence. And then he goes from that to back to Tron.
Unknown actors and putting them in these roles. So
yeah.
The quality unknown, but their quality, you could see it on the screen how good it could be.
Yeah.
That's
like they did one or two good movies that maybe the movie didn't do well, but their performance was really well. So you can steal him. I was kind of worried about Will Porter, because like he's always played a goofball young guy.
He's always played it. Yeah, I think the most serious role that like really that really springs to mind with him is Maze Runner, and then I think Detroit was the other one.
Maze Runner.
Maze Runner's the one I think about when I think about the most.
The Millers is one.
But he's so goofy in that. Maze Runner's kind of a badass, so that's
Maze Runner and Detroit are like two of his more serious roles.
When I see comedians now who are goofy, I trust them to be able to do serious roles now. They all have transitioned, except Kevin Hart.
Definitely,
but everybody else.
Make your money, bro. I ain't hating.
But yeah, I'll trust James Gunn. If he says Will Poulter's the dude for the job, then I'm confident he's a good
I definitely think he's a good guy for the job. I don't know if he was pretty enough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you kind of look at like when I think Adam Warlock, like I would think like Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like that,
So chiseled features, like when you look at him, like wow, you are literally that.
And Adonis, basically, right?
Made of marble. That's what you should be. But he's big enough. I mean, he's a tall kid. He's definitely when you see him on camera, he's so much bigger than everybody else. So I can see him bulking up and being good. He's so much bigger than everyone else. Like you say, oh, he's a kid. Like he's 6'5". Everyone else is 5'8".
Like, he's a good actor. And Marvel hasn't really let me down when it comes to the casting. So I trust it. Can't wait to see more of him. I think he'll do a really good job.
Yeah. Same. When does Guardians come out again?
Director is great.
May. Yeah. Is it May 4th? 6th?
6? I think 6.
No, not the first one. It was like 2014. May 5th.
5th.
May 5th.
Yep, there you go. So that's gonna be good. Gonna be good.
Me too.
I'm excited about it. And it's the last hurrah. I think it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger.
Yeah.
So
it's been 9 years since the first Guardians. Holy crap! I'm old.
Yeah.
Crazy to think about.
The second one a lot. I really liked it too. One a lot. It wasn't as good as the first one, but people were acting like it was like one of the worst things they ever seen, and it was good enough. I liked it. The whole family dynamic and stuff like that.
Hey, I gotta say, Four Brothers is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I gotta go. It's 4:30 a.m. here in the UK, so take care of yourself. 4:30. That's amazing. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you, Shadow the Raven.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you, Raven.
Get some sleep.
Yep, get some sleep. And we appreciate if you hit the sub button, and then we're live Mondays and Thursdays, and then we post a bunch of stuff, during the week. So if you can't make it to a live show, we got clips. So, but appreciate coming in, Shadow the Raven.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Awesome name. Love that name. It's a pretty awesome name. But
nevermore.
Cool. Anything else about Guardians before we move on?
Let's get to the main topic.
That's about it.
Moment good stuff. I've all been waiting for.
Cool. So if you're watching live, stick around. If you're watching on replay, appreciate it. Thank you. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think about Will Porter as Adam Warlock or the Guardians 3 all as a whole movie. Make sure you hit that sub button and that like button, and make sure you go check out Zach Attack Reviews down there. Make sure you go check out his channel. He's got a bunch of cool movie reviews, all that good stuff. So but let's move on to our last topic. All right. We'll be back for sure. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Just want to get right into it then.
Oh, definitely. I got a little bit of a cold. That's why I'm not saying as much. My throat is killing me. It is literally killing me.
All right. So let's talk about this Last of Us. All right, let me bring it in. All right. Welcome, Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer. I am with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we have Zach Attack Reviews with us again.
What's up, Zach?
What is going on, buddy?
Right.
Thank you as always for joining us.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So it is Monday, the day after the Last of Us pilot episode, the first episode. 85 minutes of just pure amazingness.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a spoiler. I think the entire world loved it. So you're not really going to see many negative reviews if you look it up. So, but we're going to talk about it.
Hey,
we're going to talk about some of the good, some of the bad things.
It's only at 99%, so I don't know.
We'll find that one bad thing. We'll find that one bad thing. But yeah, so we're going to talk about that and just how we all feel about it. So I'll start off. Zach, you want to let us know, how'd you like The Last of Us episode 1?
Okay, so The Last of Us and Last of Us 2 are two of my favorite video games of all time. Probably top 10, maybe top 5. I love those characters, that world, and I'm a big fan of zombies. So this is right down my alley. So I was excited for this show, and I didn't love the first episode, but I really liked the first episode. And I think what happened with me, and when I did my review for it, I talked about how like I love that it feel like it looked like the game's jumping off the screen, and the production design, the clothes. I think Pedro Pascal is doing a great job as capturing the complicated Joel, and people worry about Bella Ramsey, and she's doing a great job as Ellie so far to me. She has the spunk, she has the curiosity, she has the foul mouth. That's all the stuff you need to have for Ellie in the beginning. I like how his zombies look. I like the action. I like the intensity. I even like Sarah even more here than in the game.
Made me cry. Made me cry. I was like, no, Sarah, no.
Yeah, man. What held it back from being great, and I think this is the fact that I like played the game so many times, watch other people play the game so many times, is that the scenes that they recreated, I felt like I was observing it more than being absorbed by it. Which, like, if it's a show that I've never seen before, I'll be in it like, oh yeah. But more, I was like, okay, yeah, I remember this, and I know what you're about to say, and it's not as good as the game, but it's pretty good. That was kind of going through my head, and I wish it wasn't. And I just hope that they expand and change things a little bit more throughout the season, so that doesn't happen to me. But overall, it's still a great pilot. From beginning to end, it sets everything up.
What about you, Brandon? What do you think about it?
I think that this really proved there's unfortunately been this stigma for years and years that you can't adapt video games into movies or in this case shows. You know, how many good ones or like kind of solid ones have we really seen over the years? But this one proved otherwise. If you can have the right people involved, in this case, Craig, is it Mazin? Craig Mazin, but the creator of Chernobyl, who was an absolutely perfect choice to handle this. You know, from the casting to the cinematography to the visual standpoint, it really felt like the game come to life. I love The Last of Us 1 and 2 as well. They're two of my absolutely favorite games. They're more cinematic than some of the movies that out there.
Yeah, and
I think this is just as cinematic. Even certain aspects it really kind of built upon, like the backstory with Sarah. It kind of enhanced that and really made you feel something and really made you invested. You know, when that happened, I was like, God damn it, no. You know,
I actually said, no, Sarah, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Even Knox was like, knew it was going to happen, yet it still hurt so much.
Yeah, absolutely perfect casting. With Joel, Pedro Pascal is great in everything he's in. Just like Zach said, Bella Ramsey as Ellie. I'm not too familiar with her, but she really captured Ellie as far as I'm concerned. I was very happy with it, and it really left me wanting more. You know, it has me waiting hand and foot for more. You know, I'm going to be there front and center in 6 days. You know. But yeah, I was happy with it. It was a good start. It hit the ground running, and it hooked, and it pulled me in pretty much instantly, and it held my attention. Give me the next episode. Give it to me now.
Put it in our veins.
Nice. Yeah, right there, tapping it. What about you, Brian?
I loved it. Honestly, you know, I have 2 little girls, so looking at the difference between the way they developed Sarah and then the way they kind of showed Ellie to be, and how they're almost the exact opposites. And it's interesting because you can see Joel, how he was with Sarah, she was his everything, his rock, I do everything for this little girl, and her personality like drew you in. She was only on the screen maybe 20 minutes, and literally I cared more about her than I cared about other people that I watched an entire season about, and I'm literally verbalizing, don't do this, like please, even though I know what's coming.
Yeah.
Like, no, just go back in the house. Just wait.
Listen to the dog.
The dog is telling you what to do. What are you doing? Oh my god.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, you see Ellie, and you have someone who's more like Joel now. 20 years later, a lot more jaded. She has. She's she's not that nice person overall. That overall nice person. I was watching the end credit thing, and they were talking about when Joel had to kill the grandmother that was coming after her, and he hit her with the wrench, and how Sarah was just like shocked and awe and like, oh my god, did that just happen? And then when same type of thing happens with Ellie, he has to flashback to Sarah when the guy has the gun out at him, and he just goes dad and goes crazy and beats him with his bare hands. And you see her in the background. You see Ellie in the background, like loving it, and I think that is the thing to enjoy and understand why. I understand. So she's an orphan. She's never had anyone protect her like that. So you understand why she loves it. But I think that in a nutshell really describes their two personalities. And seeing that was just mind blowing for me. And especially when they were pointing that out, I thought that was so astute, so well done. And all this happening in the first episode really gave me a lot. And I love the way they introduced the characters and how the characters were very much the game. But it's hard to fail the assignment when you have the answers written for you already. All you have to do is follow the game plan. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah,
That's
give me the cheat sheet.
Apparently that's been difficult from people that have adapted other video games. In the movies, like take for example Max Payne. Max Payne was basically a movie or a graphic novel in video game form. The only thing they had to do for the movie is just translate it to screen, and they did something completely different for whatever reason.
Same thing with Uncharted.
I
mean, it is a movie. Uncharted is a movie. All you gotta do is just make it live action. You don't have to write a script or anything. You just do exactly what it was already doing. So how do you fuck it up? It doesn't make any sense. So that's why I enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, this genre has always been like that. If you go back to the first Mario Brothers, like they completely changed everything. And I saw a great meme because I bring that one back because this one is, fungus is bad. And I don't even remember go back 30 years ago or whatever it is. It's like trust the fungus. I was like, no, don't trust the fungus. It was a John Leguizamo. It's like, oh, trust the fungus. Like, not no more. But Nico Parker is the girl who played Sarah, and I looked her up.
She's Candy Newton's daughter.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Another Nepo baby.
Yeah, I know. Definitely Nepo baby. Yeah, but I mean, but also it's like if you're born into it, I guess I don't know.
I'm just joking. I don't care about that. It's a thing now.
Look at Ewan McGregor. He's getting all his.
That has nothing to do with Brian.
Oh no, man! Nepo babies are like look at Star Wars. Ewan McGregor's getting all his family into Star Wars. He got his daughter in there. Now he's getting his new girlfriend, wife, whatever she is now.
Chris Hemsworth did it with his daughter.
Yeah, literally became his daughter in the movie. So it's a thing. But she killed it. I thought she
did a great job.
Oh my god, like she was so great. And she hasn't been in much. She was in Dumbo. Yeah. She was in The Third Day and Reminiscence.
Yeah, that was the only thing. Yeah, that was. I think the only thing that I saw her in was Dumbo. And I can't even fault her for giving a flat performance in that because everyone was flat because it was a very flatly made movie.
Like every live action
just like everything that Tim Burton's done in recent years besides Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I forgot he did. He did Dumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I'd actually because when I was seeing her on the show, I was like, she looks familiar. What have I seen her in? And then when I was watching the behind the scenes stuff and saw that it was Nico Parker, I'm like, I remember her. She was in that lame Dumbo remake.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I think I've seen like half of it, and then I was like, yeah, I'm good. And then let's get into the comments real quick. Did you? Well, you have to. So yeah. I'm in that boat now. I have to watch stuff like that. He said, my thoughts to finishing was a joke in a good way at my watch party. So does anyone want to watch the Halo series? Here's a great video game show, and then one of the worst video game shows. So, which is funny.
You know, I had completely forgotten all about that Halo show until Derpy mentioned it just now, and that's bad because like. If a show or a movie's bad, that's one thing. But when a movie or show is forgettable, that's an even worse crime. That's an even worse sin that it commits. Holy crap! I completely forgot all about Halo until Derpy mentioned it just now.
Me and Brian did a review.
I won't forget
for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we said it was like, what the hell were they doing? What the hell?
Glad
were
you
they
guys
doing?
didn't see my review.
You liked it?
Jeez.
Whoa! Love is a strong word.
Okay.
I liked it.
You accepted it.
I didn't love it. I think I gave it a C. So I thought.
I gave it a C too. I gave it a C too.
Yeah.
We were there.
I didn't, but I'm not a Halo fan, so I was just like.
And that was the problem. I said if it had another name, I would like it a lot more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was my problem with it.
It's called like Space Marine, like
something. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Because the action scenes were really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
I remember
wasn't Halo.
Now that some fragments of what I remember from that show are kind of coming back. I remember looking at the action and being like, yeah, that was pretty solid.
Yeah.
But man, I forgot that show.
How dare you, Clay?
He only does positive reviews.
That's a lie.
That's not a bad thing, though. It's not a bad thing.
No, I shitted on Obi-Wan and Boba Fett, and I got really a lot of hate for that.
Which I don't get it. So what else we got? Derpy said, I thought it was more intense than the game. I think at parts it was. Like I'm gonna be honest. I started playing the game and I stopped because for me that was a game I'd rather watch somebody else play. Mm-hmm. I'm not into playing games like that. It was like
storyline.
I have to sneak around for 30 minutes and watch it was like basically a movie game, and it was like I get why people like it. Great story, all that good stuff. I couldn't play it.
It keeps you trying to keep you involved, but what it is, you're not really playing a game more than you're watching a movie and you're involved in it.
Yeah.
So I understand
exactly. I mean, there's a part where I had to like hide from like the police people, and I kept getting caught, and I was getting so aggravated. I was like, "Can I just kill them all?"
Rage quit.
Oh, dude! I was so So I was so because I hate
as the gaming community says, get good.
Yeah, get good. I hate sneaking around, man. I mean, dude, my name's Tank Kramer for a reason. Like, let me just run in there and start beating up people and take the hits. Like, I like playing tanks.
You're more of an Uncharted guy than a Last of Us guy. I get it.
More probably.
Yeah. He likes action. Wants to kill everyone.
I mean, I don't mind sneaky because I like the other games, but I mean, that's besides the point. But yeah. See, eerie feeling with the opening scene. That opening scene was such a great way to start a show. Yeah, such a great way.
Really
to start
was.
A show. Yeah. With
set
the interview,
what to expect right out the gate.
Yeah, and then you put it in the 60s, was it like 68, I think, or something like that? So you put it really far back where like, everyone's smoking and they're talking about like what's going to kill us. And then the audience, the hosts, the other guys, everyone was smoking. So I thought that was kind of funny. And they're like, oh, these viruses are going to kill us. It's like, nice. I don't know if that was a thing or if that was meant to be like that, but I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, the opening scene was really good. Really good. Mm-hmm. And then Knox said, I really tried hard not to mentally compare this to the game. Yeah, I can see that. That's why I watched the adaptations before the reading the source material. I still like this episode though.
Yeah. Same with me, Knox.
Yeah. It's hard to compare, especially one's amazing, probably one of the best video games out in the past.
Yeah,
it's definitely in the top. I would say 5 video games ever. 6. It's up there. It's up there.
6, yeah.
And it being such a great first episode with a great cast and all that stuff. Gabriel Luna, which played Tommy, I thought like the little bit he had in it was really great. So I'm super excited. We got Nick Offerman still is going to come. Storm Reed is playing Riley. I mean, there's still a lot of other famous people like that,
and all the new characters.
The cast is,
all the new characters.
Speaking of that, I love that the voice actress from Marlene and Tess played the characters. I thought that
was so awesome. Yeah,
okay.
I remember
I didn't know that.
Was saying like I didn't think I was going to get the part, but then it was Tessa that said I didn't think I was going to get the part, and they were like, "You are her." So of course we'll give you the part. It was like
you look like the character.
It's like they made it look exactly like you. And you're a little bit more, she's a little older, she's a little more seasoned, so it made even more sense.
Perfect. Yeah, she matched Joel better in this live action than she did in the game because she looked younger than Joel.
Yeah.
In the game. But yeah, they both did a great job.
Troy
Baker and both of them are in this too.
Were they in this episode?
No, not in this episode. Later,
I know they're in and they're playing a small role.
Troy Baker is going to be part of the Cannibals. That's not a big spoiler. And Ashley Johnson might be Ellie's mom. But
that'd be cool.
Okay,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be
yeah. But I'm glad they're bringing them in. They're such a big part of the game. So might as well
bring in the family. That's what you do. If you're part of the family, we bring you in too.
Yeah,
at some point.
They make those characters.
Yeah, I thought Sarah's scene was more emotional in the show than in the game. Man,
easily.
That's because you saw it. You understood about her now. You understand why she captured you so quickly, and you understood her personality. And if you have a daughter like I do, I was like, yeah, it was over. My wife was, my wife was making fun of me. She was wiping my face. She was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Big old tough old bear can't handle the scene with a girl."
No, I'm the opposite on that. It was more emotional for the game for me. But once again, that might be just because I've seen it so many times. So I was like, okay, Sarah
that's a tie to it.
It's like seeing Bruce Parents die again. It's just like, okay.
It was definitely more emotional for me in the show than in the game. I think, there's this stigma, like in a lot of movies that, or shows that you don't kill dogs and you don't kill kids, unless you're Stephen King. But, but yeah, like it's not something. It's something you see from time to time, but it's not something you see too often, especially in such kind of detail that they did. I'm actually really happy that they pulled the trigger, no pun intended, with
too soon.
with Sarah's death, and just kind of went all in. Made me more invested.
No, it was funny what they said. They didn't talk about that scene. They just went for it. They never planned it out. They never talked about it. Just went for it. The emotion. And she's like, I really bounced off of Pedro, his emotion, and gave me what I need to be doing. And it was so brilliant. And I mean, I felt my heart. I knew it was happening. I saw it coming. I was like, man. Man, no, dude, someone else shoot him.
at that point where she's shot, I don't know, spoiler, I guess, I don't know. But when she's shot on the ground dying, and is what like Debris was saying, the real reason was the blood and her coughing on it slowly. That was the point where I'm like, she might steal most of the season because so many people are going to go back to that, and it's be like, oh my God, that was so emotional. The way she was coughing and dying, and then Pedro, the way he was doing it, that scene was, oh God, it was very, very. That's what happens when you put great actors in a very powerful scene. It was like, wow, I mean, I got teary-eyed. I know my girlfriend, like, she knew it was coming because the same thing, she's seen it a bunch of times. I think she started crying too, and then it's just like a father losing his child. It was just like,
I literally woke my kids up and gave them hugs and kisses.
Wake up, let me love you.
Like, let me love you right now. Dad.
You want to sleep.
Yeah. Let's see what we got in here. And then Knox said, Sarah's death hurt me more here because Joel still tried to pick her up. Yeah, I refuse to believe she was dead for much longer. Yeah, that was. And man, that's what Pedro Pascal though. That she started it and he finished the scene, and them together was just like, oh man, that was so good.
Part that got me is that when the whole time he was looking at her, she was fighting, she was breathing and whatever. As soon as he looked at Tommy, she died, and then he came back and sees her dead. I thought that was perfectly executed.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was super good. And then Clayton said, "We need toxic Zach." Toxic Zach.
Oh God, they've been trying to get me be toxic. They was like, you gotta say something toxic, man, to get there. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to be that type of YouTuber.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like we're kind of the same way. I'm like, Velma, we hated it, but I think we all went in expecting it to be good. You know, so I'm like, we're not going to continue watching it and continue trashing on it, like, you know, like, oh, this episode's like that. But
some people,
for the most part,
hate watching it and hate reviewing it just for the clicks.
Yeah, you know, so I was like, I think we try to watch things we like, sometimes like Halo, you know, like we're like, oh, we thought it was gonna be really good, but it was. And
then you're disappointed.
Nah. Yeah. So, but yeah, we got Derpy said, at least for the audience that wasn't familiar with the video games or the genre, was very intense because the virus being real. That opening scene was great. Was great touch, Zach. Yeah, with the grandma or the old lady, I'm like. Like with the coming out of her mouth and it's in the ears, and then man, that was
even when you see
all the scenes that were original got me. Like as soon as she walked out the house, I was like, oh, this is different. And then she went into the house. I was like, little girl, leave now, please. But please don't go in there.
Like,
and then she saw
like, what are you doing?
Like, when the guy was like, help me, I was like, you old piece of crap.
You asshole.
You half your neck is gone. What are you talking about? Help me. I'm like,
he should have said
pounds.
He should have said run.
Yeah.
Should have said, hey, run.
Such a selfish piece of crap.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that's like a lot of these post-apocalyptic kind of stuff is like people trying to be selfish, because then also Joel does it, you know, where Tommy wanted to pull over and help the family. He's like, you better not. You go, somebody else will get them. So it's kind of like it's also hard because you want to protect yourself and your family, but also like you where do you cross the line for like getting rid of your humanity almost to protect your family? It's a hard thing, you know,
that was a big
to think about
in the game. So it's gonna be a big show.
Yeah. Right off the bat with stuff like that, you know, and it was so quick and of him just driving by and, you know, Sarah in the back seat kind of confused, like, why were you not helping them? You know, and Joel's like, because I want you not to die. You know what I mean? It's like, it was interesting. But
I'm your dad, and my job is to protect you, and don't worry about
no matter what.
Right?
Yeah. You know, so yeah. There's, but also Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal, both in Game of Thrones. Great parts in Game of Thrones, and now we got them in here. Which is awesome. But yeah, man, them together, I think is gonna be pretty fun. It's gonna be pretty fun. That's all good. I think it's gonna be pretty fun. Bella Ramsey, I thought really did a good job with Ellie.
It's gonna be pure jokes with them too.
Yeah.
Pure jokes. I already see it.
Yeah. It's just the complete opposite of Mando, where Pedro probably won't talk a lot, but instead of having a little creature that doesn't talk, it's the opposite. You're gonna have one that's gonna curse and
that won't stop.
Give you the finger and it won't stop.
She's a little girl version of him now. Very jaded, very hurt in a lot of different ways, and that's why she is that way. So you know, I'm going to enjoy their relationship.
Yeah, that first person camera view from the Jeep when they were driving, I thought it felt very like homage to the video game, because it felt like you were like, you know, first person view in a video game. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was kind of cool.
Ray doesn't like those things, though.
What?
You're like, why is the camera shaking? What's going on? I don't like you don't like that.
No, I like POV stuff. I don't like shaky Paul Greengrass Bourne movie shaky cam where you can't even make out what's going on.
Like what?
Stop shaking the
Cloverfield?
freaking camera. Like,
Did you see that? No.
Cloverfield's a little different though.
yeah,
I feel like there's a
Cloverfield
reason for
worked.
Cloverfield.
It's a reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Born Identity didn't make any sense.
There's a reason
Yeah.
why they do it. It's annoying.
Well, they did it in Obi-Wan. Like they're fighting. They're like, "Oh my god, you see that?" I was like, "If you stop shaking the damn camera, I can watch this badass fight scene." But
Mhm.
yeah.
That's when you know they don't have good choreograph. How you say that?
No, like
Choreography.
No, if it's functional to the plot, like in The Last of Us, like I appreciated that because it captured like the panic and the desperation of what was going on. Like it was instrumental to what was going on, you know. As opposed to the Bourne movies or the Michael Bay former movies where you just can't see what the heck is going on. I didn't pay $15 to see the camera frigging have a seizure.
Like, did somebody check out the camera guy? Make sure he's okay?
Yeah. Stop shaking the freaking camera.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it that much.
Yeah, some movies are pretty bad. So we got a few more comments. Especially when they start running towards the car. Yeah, that was good. We got Clayton's survival instinct. It's hard to be selfless when your life is on the line. Yeah, yeah. You know, it's
not even just your life. When your job is to protect someone else, you can't put their life on the line. I would gladly put myself on the line, my life on the line. But when it's me protecting my children or my child, that's when I'm not putting their life on the line. I can be selfless for me, but I can't do it for them. My job is to protect them, and that's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when the effects started running towards the car in that sequence, I knew it was going to be special. Yeah. It was a far question where they're going to go from here. Yeah. And then, both in Joel, both are Joel and Ellie to me. Yeah. Yeah. It's really good. It's so crazy. Just like Pedro Pascal can play so many different things.
Yeah.
You could watch him and not wait for him to say, "This is the way."
Because think about it, like Wonder Woman 1984 wasn't a good movie, but he was great in that, and he played weird
he
character
played what
really
he was
well.
supposed to do. Yeah.
Then Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, whole different character from Mando, and then Mando to this. It's just all different characters from one person. Him and Oscar Isaac, man.
Yes. God, yeah. I mean, technically they're both in Star Wars, but not at the same time. But
yeah. I hope Diego Luna comes back as Ghost Rider. He's great too.
Diego Luna.
Yeah, he was Ghost Rider and
Gabriel Luna.
Gabriel Luna. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, is Gabriel? I thought it was Diego. His name was
no. Diego Luna's
Andor.
It's Andor.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm like, yeah.
My bad.
Gabriel Luna.
Mixing up names.
Yeah.
What was your favorite moment from this episode? That's a good question.
Gotta be Sarah for me. That death scene was just so much. I mean, it took so much for me. Like, I mean, it took me scenes for me to really be able to recover from it. It was so powerful.
Yeah. Especially with it cutting right after that to like 20 years later. I was
20
like,
years later,
and it kind of makes you sit in that scene just a little bit longer, you know, because it's like high action, that happens, and then it just like stops, and then it sets up something else.
I think that's perfect because what it does is that it makes you sit in there and realize that's what he's been stewing in for 20 years. This last scene, what just happened to him, is what he's dealing with for 20 years, and that is what he's, you know, this kind of his development comes from this. Everything that he is comes from this last scene that we just saw. Yeah. And this is the guy that you're meeting now.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially like it going to like him doing the job in the inner wall of Boston, you know, and the whole kid thing. And he's just so
that was tough.
Like devoid of like any kind of emotions because like it already got ripped out of him 20 years ago. You know, it was like, God, you know, that's
even his reaction to Ellie, she was like, "I need you to take her somewhere." He was like, "Hell no, I'm not being. I don't want any connection with any kid, especially a girl kid, ever
again.
I'm not doing that."
And he was so focused on Tommy. He was just like, I need to get to Tommy. I'm not caring about this little kid right now.
No, I think he doesn't want to have that connection. He doesn't want to have responsibility over another little girl child. I think that brings up too many bad memories, and he knew immediately that he didn't want anything to do with that.
Yeah,
and that's why when they went back to the apartment, he didn't want anything. You do what you want to do. I'm not here to start to get to know you or anything like that. I don't want that connection because I already had that. I don't need that again.
Yeah.
Even his connection with Tess, you could see, is kind of cold. You know, she came and straddled him. He was kind of like, he rolled over and was like, sleep here. I was doing fine sleeping here before you got here. Don't touch me.
Took me a minute to register that was Anna Torv from Fringe, and I was a consistent watcher of Fringe.
It was kind of hard to tell when the first time you see her, she's like big old bubble on her eye and all.
Yeah.
Like, she looked really well. Obviously, was beat up, but
dude, those guys were so afraid of him. Look, we can't let you go until you tell us that you're not going to let him kill us. He's going to kill us. Please, I'm sorry. Take my money.
Berserker Joel. Oh,
he's like,
man.
he was like, hit me. Hit me, make it look like you hit me. Come on, do anything. I don't want to have to deal with him. Joel is going to come and kill all of us.
Which is so like crazy because like we go from that, the death scene to like the next 20 years later, and then like you're like, oh yeah, he's a badass. I'm like, damn, what the hell did he do in these 20 years that our people are afraid of him? You know what I mean? Even the Fireflies or whatever, like the leaders were like, oh, I know who you are. Like you could do this. Like you're a best. You know,
We've been begging as fans for them to do a prequel game in that 20-year gap to show Joel's the nastiness he's done. Hopefully one day we get it. Yeah, just focus on Joel and all the crazy stuff him and Tommy did before Tommy changed and then separated. That would be really cool. I see some hot takes after this happened. I want your opinions on it. Two negative hot takes. So one person said that he didn't like this because it felt like it was copying Resident Evil. What's your opinion on that?
I love Resident Evil. Like Resident Evil is the original game that I fell in love with. Like literally. I had it on my PS2. I was in my basement. I was like 10, 11 years old playing Nemesis, scared to death. Like, and I have it's in my heart. Like I love Resident Evil. I think this is different enough. Because Resident Evil is very much you're alone. It's just you and another character. This is more of a community. It's more of a bigger world. Resident Evil is just you killing people and just trying to get out. This is more like what Tank was saying. A lot of you got to hide. You got different things. You're not just zombies, but you also have the government. You have all these other things, the outsiders. I think the story is different enough that it's room in the genre for this.
Yeah. I mean, it's zombies, and I feel like there's always going to be different iterations of stuff like that. You know what I mean? Walking Dead, this kind of did it. But if you want to go Resident Evil, the game, because the game and the movie are completely different. Different,
We're not talking about the movie.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to compare it to the movie,
I have a feeling he was talking about the movies, not the game.
Probably, and I feel like it's completely different. If you want, it's more if you want to compare the games, because this show is more like the game. Resident Evil game is more like the Last of Us game as well, but different story, different enough, different enough. Yeah. I mean, you have all these different kind of things. I can't wait to see the tickers for the first time.
Oh yeah,
I think that's one of those things that did freak me out in the game.
Stalkers.
So it's gonna be cool enough. It's different enough, but that's just saying like every zombie movie is the same. Every post-apocalyptic zombie movie is the same. It's like, is it? I mean, it's the same idea and premise, but you could do different things with it. Because I would say, if anything, like Walking Dead is more of a comparison with the show and that show. Because you had the writing on the wall. All that stuff. And
the inspiration for this show, this game, was the Walking Dead comic. So I can see that
I believe
comparison.
Yeah, but different enough for me.
Yeah.
Or Brandon?
I think the second hot take was that it was boring, and I was very confused by that one.
Boring about what?
Boring?
They said
crap
that
happened all the damn time.
They said like that first beginning where they were just showing her going to school and their relationship, and they just thought it was too slow to get to the exciting parts where they're driving away and stuff like that. And I was like,
Well,
but you can't just jump into it.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Not everything's going to be things going boom. Nor should it.
That's called character development.
And it really showed. Yeah, it showed the tone. It set the tone and how kind of normal and everyday. I like that they showed a day in the life of Joel and Sarah and Tommy at the beginning before it all went to crap, and it should have. I think if it showed, the thick of the of the outbreak going on and just kind of mass hysteria right away, it would have been hard. It would have been hard for audiences to really to really gain any or for the show to gain any traction, for the audience to gain any traction. And no, that emotional investment Brian just said, that's character development. That's introducing us to the characters and getting more of a rounded feel for them. So I was happy that they did that.
Yeah. Real quick, I also thought it was also building the world, because during that, when you're getting their relationship between Joel and Sarah in the radio, like what's going on, and then the when she gets the watch fixed, and they're like, we're done, we're closed, like, oh shit. And then the flying, and the whole time I'm like, oh my god, like I would be freaking the F out, I'm just like stuff like that. So it wasn't
and
just
how they tied that back in
too,
because they were saying like this started from the city, and then she said, oh, but you have to go to the city a lot, because she just went. So she was just thinking about, oh my god, am I infected? I thought that was genius.
Yeah.
Like the little things with her that was evolved around her, like her being in class and the light was hitting her face, is that little kid was infected, and then the hand kept jingling. And then the old lady behind her freaking out too. And I was like, oh, I love this, because this is stuff
right behind her.
Scary. That was so scary. That was so well done.
I don't know if that was CGI or if that actress is amazing, but whatever they did it was just really good. And then a dog. That's a well acted dog. That dog deserves an award. Because it sat there and looked at that old lady like, oh, I know what you are. And then when it banged on the window, like a human. I thought it was a person at first.
Oh, but that's how my dog does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me in.
He says when it's time to come in, he's like, hey, let's go.
Well,
but yeah, that stuff was done really, really. I can't wait to see more of that.
All right. Here, this is my reaction for whoever said, "Oh, the beginning was boring."
Stop it. Get some help.
No way. That was not. That was perfect. It was so well done.
Yeah, I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, the fake interview thingy of them talking about viruses and funguses and stuff.
That was perfect.
To the day in the life.
Perfect.
Yeah, I thought it was so. It set everything up. So like, if the end of this episode was Sarah dying, would you have guys been like, I was cool with the episode?
No, it wouldn't be long.
If it just ended there.
If that was the end of this episode,
it'd be too short.
Yeah, it would have been like 30 minutes.
Yeah. I think they needed to. The time jump was very, very vital.
Yeah, because then you're like, okay, she's dead. What happens next? What's like you? Okay, well, this is it. Why am I tuning in anymore? The main characters are gone.
Yeah. Well, because I was worried. I'm like, I wonder if this is where it ends, because I was like, it's such a emotional peak of the episode. I'm like, oh, is this is where it's gonna stop? And then it just kept going for like another 40 minutes, which I obviously enjoyed. But when that happened, I'm like, oh man, this might be the end of this episode, and I'm gonna be kind of upset, because I wanted to see Ellie, because I want to see the main characters of the show.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad. I think it was like 85 minutes that first episode, wasn't it?
It was. It was almost an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice long episode. So
all the episodes are pretty long. They're all over an hour.
Yeah, nice.
Don't say nice. You didn't watch Stranger Things. You don't get to say nice.
He's at over an hour. He has not over 2 hours.
That's only one episode.
I
gotta watch it. Yeah.
We can't wish them away because they do stuff in the ecosystem.
Exactly. Without them, all type of things would die too.
Yeah. A lot of funguses are actually really good. Penicillin, a lot of different drugs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Can't do that.
Mushrooms. Can't put mushrooms on pizza. So.
We just got to stop global warming, but we can't do that anymore. So, seeing Ellie being examined and counting. That was great.
Being examined and counting to say "f you." Oh yeah, at the beginning. Yeah. Well, I like how she like count to 10. She's like 1, 2, 3, 4, like slowly, and she just kind of stared and look at him like
2, 3.
Yeah.
If you know a teenager, you know that's what they do.
Yep. Perfect.
You tell them to do something, they exaggerate on it. So that was definitely.
And it's still great that she's still a teenager. She's just on the cusp of not being a teacher no more. So she's not like fully out of that mode. So she can perfectly play that.
Yeah. I think we got I wonder what this is what Derpy's bringing up. Can we talk about the random kid that you know? Is that the DLC that they mentioned with Riley?
Yeah.
No.
I wonder if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. What's the name of the DLC? The Left Behind.
Left Behind. Yeah.
One of the best DLCs of a game ever.
Yeah, I think that's when we get introduced to Riley, which they brought up briefly in this episode.
Yeah, I thought y'all cried with Sarah. Wait to that.
Yeah. Ellie pointing out how Joel's watch is broken. Yeah, will forever hurt me. That was so good. That was really good. Because it points out the obvious between, or the big differences between the two young women. Like where one was like, "I'm gonna fix your watch because I love you," and the other one's like, "Hey, you're a dick. Fuck your watch." It's like, but it's like, but one is like relationship built and one not built yet, and stuff like that. But it's just like how they're connected but different. Like they both notice the watch in different ways.
Sides of a coin. They're different. Like one's head to one's tails. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I even think it goes a little deeper than that because the broken watch is stuck and Joel's stuck from that 20 years ago.
Yeah. That's usually when they have clocks or time watches or stuff like that. Like in I don't know if you've ever seen Full Metal Alchemist. It's literally carved in the watch. Like, don't forget. So very, very literal, like with the time being stuck. It's just like the Netflix RE.
Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, I didn't even watch that.
Don't do that, Clay.
Stop it. I couldn't get through the entire thing.
I liked it.
Bad things.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I don't know why people humped on it so hard. It was a good show. But
the main character, whatever her name was just a complete freaking moron. And made it real.
Older one or the little one?
What was the
Because they go like they have the kids versions of her and then they have the older versions of her. Which one?
The older version of her.
Oh, okay.
The adult version of her.
Yeah, she made some bad decisions in that season.
Some.
Yeah. Also, a new show on Netflix is kind of like, all right, I'll wait until there's at least a season 2 because you're gonna get me invested in season 1 and then cancel it. And that's what happened. So I was like, I'll wait until it's announced for season 2, then I'll start watching. Because then if you announce the season 2, it's good odds.
Even after it's announced, I need some marketing.
Some marketing.
I trust it
because they approved something and they just canceled some animated show that they gave a season 2 and then they canceled it.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot.
Even when they say it's season 2, unless the season 2 actually comes out, it might
exactly.
Yeah.
That happened with Glow. That happened with I'm Not Okay.
Oh, and Glow was so good.
Glow was
so good. That's on Netflix.
Sandman. I'm fighting the CEO of Netflix if that happens to Sandman.
You and every other nerd out there, because it's like,
you have to get through me first because I'm gonna kill him.
Get in line. Get in line.
I'll just hit the dead body.
Brian will be L in the background, like looking with a smile, and you're just
you're gonna be in heaven like this, like, why am I still getting hit?
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming you guys are really excited about the next. How many episodes are we getting?
8.
Eight.
Yeah. 8.
That's a good number, especially if you do an hour long. Hour. 30.
It's long enough. I mean, it gives you about 11 hours of content. Yeah, and that's good. That's good for a series.
My only gripe about this show being so good is, and it's uncontrollable, is the fact that when I type The Last of Us on Google now, the game doesn't come up anymore, and that scares me.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
But I mean, it's also just it's been hyped for such a long time, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just hard.
Yeah.
It's also hurts.
Definitely felt like
Joel,
it was worth the wait.
Oh, 100% worth the wait. And Knox said, it's also just hurts me that Joel, a tactical guy, is carrying something broken and useless because that's the only thing he has left of his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he is still a person. He's still, with feelings. So, especially, losing his daughter. So, and I guess in this kind of world, do you really have a funeral? Like, what do you do? Obviously, they're burning bodies in the street and stuff like that. And how cold-blooded the military was as it just started. And it looks like they just amplified throughout the 20 years. So, it's like, it's different. You can't.
They probably just buried him in Texas.
Yeah. Just dug a hole somewhere and that was it. Yeah.
I can't speak on that because I can't even think about what they would do. I can't even.
Yeah.
Can't.
Yeah, it's rough.
You guys hear my cat?
Yeah.
She's
like, I like it too.
No, I think my girlfriend blocked him from upstairs. So he's all like, what? Probably woke up the baby. Is this the first season? Is the first season going to cover the whole game? I don't know. That's what a lot of people are saying. Is it?
Neil Druckmann said if they get a season 2, it's going to be about part 2. So they're covering the whole first game.
That's what I figured. That's a good route to take.
What are you going to do after season 2?
You're only going to have two parts on 2 seasons of it.
I don't think they want this to go like a Walking Dead length. I think they just want to
where they literally run itself into the ground.
They said it's like it's gonna be a limited series. Basically, you're gonna have 2 seasons and that's it. 2 get out.
Andor. And then whenever part 3 comes out, they're like, "We're back," and then do part 3.
Yeah. Well, unless they do what the video game does, we remastered it. How many times they remastered that damn game?
Remastered The Last of Us show in 5K.
Yeah. It's in 8K now. Yeah, it's in 3D. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. But I don't mind that, because then at least there's an ending and where the ending is gonna be at. I didn't watch anything about the second game, but I know a lot of my friends were big into it. We're not happy. We're not happy with the way things happen with certain characters. So we'll see.
The leaks hurt that game a lot in terms of things.
It did. It really did.
Upset with it. Like if they would have naturally just got it, I think they wouldn't have been so outraged.
Yeah,
but and people also have this idea of Joel and who he is that he actually is not. They're not understanding the actual character, so that's why they're upset. But that game was amazing. So I don't know if they can adapt that in 8 episodes though. That's the only thing I'm worried.
The second part?
Yeah, it's so big.
The second game.
Yeah, they would have to cut so much.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we get 3 seasons then where game 2 is season 2 and 3 of the show. They can do something.
What are they going to do with Bella Ramsey? Because she's playing a 14, 15-year-old right now.
Yeah.
She's already. Ellie is 18, 19. She's never going to look like an 18, 19-year-old. It doesn't matter how long they take for part 2.
Yeah.
Or are they just gonna make her like, oh, not that much time passed? I don't know.
No, you just can't. You get another actor. You House of the Dragons.
Wait, sir. House of Dragons.
House of Dragons. That's what you do.
Yeah.
I guess
has like 5 different Daenerys.
Exactly.
Or just pull a Shazam 2 and wait 5 years to make the second season.
It doesn't matter how long you wait.
I don't think she's gonna look older in 5 years. She's gonna be 24. She's gonna look the same.
Yeah, she's 19 right now. Yeah, so
she looks like she's
12. She just has that like young kid look to her. Even at the premiere.
Round,
yeah. So I don't know. I loved it. I cannot wait for more of it. I don't know.
Same. I thought it was absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, Alyssa back in here. What's up, Alyssa?
What's up, Alyssa?
What's going on, Alyssa?
Hey, Alyssa.
Yeah, so Super excited about it. Anything else with this episode?
No, just
so
good. Let's look at some of the
comments. That's about it.
Oh yeah. There we go. We got Louis Berry coming back. What's up? Love the Last of Us premiere, and this is going to be Pedro's year. Yeah, with Mando season 3. Hope to get flashbacks in The Last of Us, how Joel met Tess. Mando season 3 looks great. Hope to get Lloyd as Hondo. That everyone's saying that.
Ooh,
everyone's saying that.
Yeah.
I think you said that last week, and I've saw a bunch on Twitter this whole weekend. So yeah. So, Brand.
Hey, Brand. What's up, Flannel?
What's up, Flannel? Yeah, I guess I should have put the names up. Trip them up. There we go. Yeah. So. Oh, and then we got Knox. I imagine they aged up the actress like Harry Potter. That was
atrocious. Oh, that was so bad.
Oh, that was hilarious. That was so hilarious to me. Just how Malfoy looked like Colonel Sanders, and and then yeah, that was really the only noticeable age up to me. Like they just gave Dan Radcliffe like a really prominent forehead vein, and then I don't know what was up with that. That was bizarre.
Yeah. They just gave up at that.
That was all very
over.
Yeah,
they're like, all right, all our money's gone, guys. So let's just prosthetics.
There's only 3 minutes left in the movie, so we'll draw some wrinkle lines on you. Everyone gets crow's feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they would do it for like a whole season. I don't think that would happen.
No.
Hope to get a Loki season 2 and the Ahsoka trailers by the end of the month. Good chance on both. For sure, Ahsoka.
Yeah. Loki, I think we get sometime in
Ant-Man on sale, so yeah, that's a good chance.
Yeah. That's what I said. I see you get by Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Could always be like the post-credits scene. There it's not out of the it's not out of
it's connected, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like they did with
like they did with Spider-Man No Way Home. They just had where the final post-credit scene was basically the trailer for Multiverse of Madness,
Yeah. They also did that Civil War trailer too. They put it at the end of Ant-Man.
Yes. Yeah, they did.
Did they? I don't remember.
Or heck, it was like a whole scene from the movie.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. But I don't know. You guys got anything else? If not,
that's all I had.
I think we all covered it.
Yeah. I think we all loved it. I thought it was really, really well done. Super good.
Says, scared for The Last of Us season 2, part 2 because of Abby. She ruined that game.
No, she did it. Your wrong opinion, Lewis.
Yeah, I've
all opinions are accepted here. All opinions are accepted here.
Yeah,
except for a lot of. I'm joking.
Except for the ones I don't like. So
this message is brought to you by Zack Attack Reviews. Sponsored by
exactly. Oh man.
Where's that? Where's Clay? There goes that toxic arc you wanted.
It's come to fruition.
Yeah.
This is a multi-channel arc. Now to bring it over to the Cult Lords.
Yeah. But I know a lot of people have the same opinion about Abby. So, does Abby get introduced in the first game? I don't remember.
No, but she's probably going to be.
She wasn't in the first game.
In the season. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, because since game 1 and 2 are already out, you can easily connect the future of the series, because you already know where it's going. So
just have her as a kid in season 1. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, there you go. Tell me up. Yeah, but all right, we'll finish that up. We'll talk about some other stuff before we call it a night. So if you're watching on replay, we appreciate you. If you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna hang out for a little bit longer. But the replay gang, I don't know, replay guys. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of episode 1 of The Last of Us on HBO Max. Are you excited? Are you kind of over it? Did you like the game better? Which had the better killing of Sarah, the game or the show?
Too soon. I wasn't ready.
Yeah, like neither. I don't want to cry, but cool. But like I said, make sure you go check out Zach Attacks. You did like a review like an hour after the show ended.
Yeah.
So
I stayed up late for that one. But yeah, check out my review on my channel, Zach Attacks Reviews.
Yeah, I'll put the link up here somewhere. So and down in the description as well. So make sure you go check out Zach Attacks. Make sure you hit that sub button for him and for us. But that is it. Like I said, if you're watching live, stick around. But we will see you guys in the next video. Cool.
I have to get some water, or my throat's gonna close up. Give me a second. I'm hurting so bad. It's so bad.
Please go get water.
Oh, yeah. The problem is that they make you hate Abby. It's so hard. It's for some people that want to take her journey. Yeah. And I mean, I guess that's what happens a lot of times when somebody like her does what she did and the way they set her up. It's like,
I think they purposely did that though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was part of the what they wanted. They wanted you to feel that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's going to work for the TV show though. Because Negan,
if you were,
I not got that stench off him.
Yeah. But also like, well, at least the guy who played Negan in what is it?
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. He's done other work where you know, like, oh, okay, whatever. So, but like, say Joffrey from Game of Thrones, that's kind of the first big thing he's ever done, and people like still come up to him like, "Hey, F you." Like, I hate you so much. You know, like, I mean, for the most part, they're joking, but sometimes they're not. As a young actress, would you want to play somebody that already so many people hate?
That's what I'm
right
saying.
Off the bat.
Whoever gets casted as Abby is a tall task. Oh, I feel bad for that person.
Yeah, one, you got to get jacked.
Yeah,
you got to get jacked. You know, and
Ronda Rousey. No, please no.
Please no.
Please no.
I'm kind of done with MMA people becoming actresses.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I'm not feeling good. I gotta go upstairs.
Yeah. Okay, man. Yeah, we're gonna end it pretty soon. All right, man.
All right, we'll talk to you later, buddy. Feel better.
Bring it down. Close it out. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Dude, I was like refreshing. Your Mandalorian season 3 trailer is at 673 now, dude. So
what?
Nice.
Yeah. So congrats with that.
There you go.
Really awesome.
That's insane.
That is really awesome, dude. For what, your second live show? Right?
Yeah. What the heck?
That's awesome, dude.
Yo, when I went on there, I was like, it's just gonna be me and Clay. Because I was like, oh, I'm going on around the same time as you guys, so you guys not gonna get to watch. And then I was like, damn, it's gonna be Clay talking for like 15 minutes until the trailer comes. And then I didn't realize the trailer didn't come till like an hour and a half. So it's really just gonna be Clay. He's talking about Wednesday or some shit.
Yeah, nice.
Well, yeah, it worked out.
That's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, live is usually fun though, especially when you have people in chat hanging out. It's always a good time.
Yeah, man. I got to make fun of people's names and stuff like that. That was great. At least
you know I'll be there.
Yes, I always can count on you, man.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But
are you guys
cool,
doing any movies this week?
I want to see Plane because I heard it's a fun time.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the other one that came out this? The other one that came out this weekend.
House Party.
House Party. I heard it was not horrible. What? Skip it? You seen it?
No, I skipped it. It's not available everywhere. Warner Brothers doesn't have enough money to put it in a lot of theaters. So I was like, I'm not struggling to go see it. But I saw a movie on Peacock. I don't know if you guys have Peacock. My review for it is probably going to come tomorrow, called Sick. It's by the writer of the original.
I heard about that one.
Yeah.
Kevin Williamson.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might do that one next week. 'Cause one is on Peacock, so we don't have to go to the theater. Yeah, I heard good things about it. But yeah, I want to see Plane. I heard that was pretty good. And the house party, like I said, people are saying like, I guess when your expectations are super, super low, if it does halfway good, it's not that bad. Yeah. So, we'll see.
Wait till
it looks like they changed enough. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That I feel like that one should have been straight to HBO Max. Yeah. But I feel like, like LeBron James in it. They're like, oh, no. It's in theaters. So.
If you're not going to hire two big actors to play that part in a remake like that, then it should just be HBO Max.
I agree. But yeah, Sick is definitely on my list. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, I'm watching. I got my tickets to go see Missing Thursday.
Which one's Missing? I don't think I've seen that one.
Missing is with Storm.
It's like
Reed.
a sequel to Searching. Yeah.
Yeah. She's trying to find her mother who's missing, obviously, and it's like a spinoff. Basically, I didn't see Searching. I'm gonna watch this week. I heard that like in Searching in the background, Missing was happening. Like there's like a thing that happens in Searching. You can see like a pop bubble of the same story, so they're kind of tied together in the same world. So I'm kind of excited to see that.
I don't think I've seen Searching, so you gotta check that one out.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I heard Searching was really good.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
But yeah, Nia Long's in it, Storm Reed.
Yeah.
Megan Shuri. Okay. Not bad, but yeah, I mean, we really don't have any major plans until Ant-Man.
Yeah. That's like the main one in the middle.
Yeah.
It's the main one in the center of my radar.
Is this month?
Next month. A month from tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so Knock at the Cabin is the next big one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what the end of this month, ain't it?
February 3rd.
Beginning of next month. February 2nd, I think.
But I'm not excited. I'm more nervous. I'm more nervous.
No, I was done with M. Night Shyamalan a while back.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
One can only take so much.
Yeah. But I mean, I'll probably watch it because it does look. The trailer does look good.
Yeah.
We'll see after that.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll definitely see. But I'm excited. It's going to be taking the IMAX screens away from Avatar, so that's going to be interesting.
Thank God. Where's Avatar even at right now?
It should be at $2 billion right now.
Should be right.
Last time I checked, it was at 1.9. It's funny that before the movie came up, people were debating, let's see if it can even make 1.5 billion. And it made 1.9 in like less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, so quick.
Everybody's like, they're fixing the numbers because no one's talking about this movie. I'm like, not everybody talks about stuff on social media.
Yeah. Also, like shout out to like Megan for like kind of holding its own against Avatar. We're gonna have this talking dancing murder doll against the biggest franchise ever. Yeah. And I mean, granted, they didn't take the number one spot, but
they only dropped 40% in the second week. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fun. I think
it already made several times its budget. Well, it did that opening weekend. It made almost 4 times its budget back opening weekend,
and it still has 3 markets to open. So it's gonna do well.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
It might be like a Smile kind of movie, big hit.
Yeah. Well, now you're getting a lot more behind the scenes kind of thing, like on TikTok, which I think this movie got hyped on TikTok because of the dancing. But now you're getting a lot of behind the scenes shorts and behind the scene like TikToks, which I think is hyping it up even more, which is pretty cool. And
it's good word of mouth. My friend was like, I want to go see Megan because everyone's talking about it. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and then just the memes on it are like, I don't know how Key and Peele got so attached in the meme world with this, because there's the whole Megan thing, and then there's the substitute teacher. Like,
yes,
yeah. So
it's crazy how many memes you could just pretty much attach to
that movie.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah.
Whoever the producer is, I think it's Jason Blum. They did a great job.
Yeah, Blum and James
James Wan.
James Wan.
They're going to be combining their studios together.
Yeah, I heard.
Right.
So, yeah, I probably if they were smart, they would probably keep the Blumhouse name. I think it has a good name where I can't even think of Wan's company, but it's his name. But his name is the company. For him,
But I would keep the Blumhouse. People know what that is. It's A24. Other than like Disney, Marvel, and all that stuff, it's A24, Neon, Blumhouse. Like people know those three to make indie movies, to make weird movies, make horror movies.
No, the whole yeah. So Avatar passes 1.9 billion at the box office. This past week. So it's right there.
To pass No Way Home soon.
That's damn James Cameron. Claimed the number 3 fifth weekend of all time, with only a decline of 32%. Yeah,
that's crazy. Don't bet against James Cameron. They always say that, and it continues to be true.
Yeah, but
he knows how to please crowds and make movies that you have to see in the theater.
Yeah, I mean, damn it, man, he hyped me up for the next Avatar with the Ash people, with the evil fire Navi.
Literally making the Avatar the Last Airbender. Like,
yeah.
First Earth, they did water. Now he's doing fire, and they're evil, like the Fire Nation. What the heck?
Not only did you steal the name, you stole the concept. I mean, everything he's done with that is kind of a borrowed idea
concept. Yeah, pretty much.
Take from a bunch of smaller things people don't really know about and make the biggest movie of time. I'm not even mad at it.
Yeah, but damn James Cameron. All right, but you guys ready to get out of here? Call it a night. Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So hopefully, I think tickets for Ant-Man went on sale in the UK. I don't think they're.
No, I just got a notification from Regal that they're on sale now for you. For us.
Are they? Okay, so definitely get that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go see it in IMAX, Dolby, all that good stuff. But we're gonna try to get a private theater again, and hopefully, I already talked to the Coat Lords. So if we get a private theater, they're gonna, go hang out and watch it with us, which would be pretty fun. So yeah. But yeah, the private theater thing was pretty cool, man. I'd never done that before, so it was just that was fun. Us, it was just us.
That was a lot of fun.
I think it was like 20 of us in like a theater that can probably hold like 80.
Yeah.
So it was a smaller auditorium.
Yeah,
but with 20 of us is like literally we were like like it was sitting over here, and then they're there. Everyone's kind of had their little section.
When you guys get big enough, you guys can do stuff with like fans and stuff like that.
Yeah,
which would be great.
Yeah. E-Man movie reviews does that every so often. He'll rent a thing like for the Wakanda Forever and Black Panther. He did big events and stuff, which is pretty cool. Like he'll rent out a theater and bring people, fans and stuff like that in. So I think
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
Okay, you guys ever watch Heroes Reforged? That's a YouTube channel.
I don't think I have.
They're the guys that have inspired me to do this. They like into the stuff we're into. This is their third YouTube channel, but this is their most successful one because they own it, and they're fantastic. They just got over 100K subscribers, and like I see a lot of what they do in you guys. I think they're like, even if you guys like look at what they're doing, I think it'll be a great inspiration for you guys.
Good to know.
Yeah, they're really, really good. One of them is like connected into the industry because he worked for DC for a while. One was the cinematographer on the first Avengers movie. I think two of them worked on it together.
Nice.
So they know their stuff. They're really funny, like you guys are, and they're really into the geek stuff. So
yeah,
that's
cool.
Channel.
Yeah, we try to have a good time. Yeah. I'm subscribing to them right now. I want to say I saw them before.
Because they had two different YouTube channels they were part of, but they didn't own it. This is the first one. Is like this all of them. They own it. Yeah. And it's their most successful one. So
yeah. I always see that around with YouTubers where like they get big and they either sign with the MCN or doesn't know. Like for me, like I want to create an MCN, but have it be more like actual beneficial to all the channels, you know, like because like we're all part of the Nerd Huddle. You know, the Nerd Huddle is like, you know, Spoiler Kings, Panda and Grizzly, which is like tomorrow's show. Brian and a few other of us talk about football, mostly Chicago Bears and this stuff. And then Dynasty Pylon is another football show that they talk about Dynasty fantasy football, other kind of fantasy footballs. Like I said, I'm trying to get a basketball one going and other things. So I was like, you know, but for me, it's like Dynasty Pylon is a friend that just kind of was a viewer and now he's part of us, you know, and like, which is really cool. And he started his channel because of us, you know, and now he's in there. And him and Brian, if you want to watch something funny, watch yesterday's show when we were talking about the NFL. And it was four of us, Brian and this guy Martin, who he is, were just arguing, and they were arguing over the same thing, like you know. And it's funny because they just like it's so funny. Just having hearing them, and then they said like, oh, me and the other guy were really quiet. I was like, you're saying 1 + 2 = 3, and you're saying 2 + 1 = 3, and yelling at each other about it. It's like you guys are saying the same thing. You know, so
those are the funniest arguments. Like you guys are saying the same exact thing.
Yeah. So yeah, like I want to get an MCN, but I want it to be more like building each other up and helping each other like a community rather than like, hey, you make a video, but I'm gonna take 80% of your revenue. Like I feel that's such a dick move, and so many channels signed on with the MCN and then get effed over, you know, which is so annoying.
What does MCN stands for?
Multi-channel network. So it's basically like an agent almost. So since they have so many channels, they'll promote each other on all their different channels and help build each other, which is good. But they pretty much take all the revenue, you know, because they're promoting and marketing and blah blah blah. You know, so
like YouTube already takes a big chunk of it already. So
yeah, you know, but then the thing is too, like MCN, since they have multiple channels and some of them could be big, they can get bigger sponsors, which is good. But then, you know, still, if like you're talking about like Magic Spoon, you know, and then they give you $100, you only see $20 for it, you know. But also like you wouldn't get that sponsor if you weren't part of it. So it's kind of give and take, but also like if you're only getting $20, it's better to own your channel and make your own $20, you know, like a good example is if you know Channel 5, he's kind of in some trouble right now, like but it was also All Gas No Brakes. I don't know if you ever heard of that. He does a lot of political kind of stuff. It's a young dude in an RV, and he was going to all these like political rallies, and it's really good. But he was really young, signed with a company, and as this channel was growing, it got big, really big. They wanted to do something else, and he's like, no. And he was like, well, you don't have any say because we own the channel because you signed a contract, you know. He had to stop doing that and made his own a new channel called Channel 5, and did the same exact thing. But you lose so much because you built your name, you built your audience with this name, and now you have to get rid of it because you got screwed and you have to start over. So, and you hear that all the time. Smosh is like an OG YouTube channel, and they signed with the MCN, and it caused a lot of issues amongst each other and stuff. And then at the end, the MCN screwed them over. They almost got kicked. Like, we're done. Like, there was gonna be no more Smosh on YouTube. And then Good Mythical Morning, they have their own MCN kind of network stuff, and they're doing what I want to do, where like they're actually beneficial, they're good, and they brought them on. So they kind of like, otherwise they would have been broke, you know, because they had no money. And it's Smosh. Smosh is like I said, OG YouTube. You know,
so long.
Yeah, you know, before YouTube was even like
before Google bought it.
Yeah. So they've been around forever, and they were almost gone off of the internet, which really sucked.
And like YouTube is such a struggle, so when you get an opportunity like that, you're just so excited to try it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh man, otherwise I'm competing against so many different channels. This gives me the edge. So I can understand so many people falling into that trap.
Yeah. Oh, and also they go after younger creators. Young
read.
creators are easy to like. Hey, here's $100,000. Oh, cool, yeah. And then later you find out like, oh, I could have made that in a month. And now they screwed me over. But
yeah,
a 24-year-old, they're like, hey, here's a bunch of money. Keep doing what you're doing, but here's a bunch of money, and you're like, oh, cool. And then 5 years later, you're like, oh shit, I'm getting screwed. But it's too late.
That happens in every industry. They do that to musicians, they use rappers and singers when they're really young and just take all their money. Yep. Even actors is happening too with their agents and stuff like that. So
yeah,
scumbags everywhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I mean, there are some good MCNs. I think Mr. Beast started one. A few other people started some that were pretty good, but you get a lot of bad ones. A lot of ones that are all about the money and screw over the creators. And for me, that's how it shouldn't be. That's why I like the community. Like we all have, like you, Cult Lords. There's a few other guys on Twitter, like Chillmonger, Planet Fanatics, which are awesome. I try to bring people up and promote as much as I could, but
yeah. I have some review friends that I have that I want to introduce to you guys that I think are really good. Just gotta figure out how to do it.
Just let us know when.
Yeah. I'm hoping sometime this year I can do something a little bit more consistent, like on a Saturday night or a Friday night or something, and it'll be more of like a invite other creators and fans and stuff like that, and just kind of like a hangout kind of stuff. Like no plan, just like talk about whatever movie.
One of my channel friends, his Ryan something reviews. He has almost 2,000 subs right now, and he does that. He just brings on other YouTubers that he likes. Like I did something with him. We did the top 15 movies of 2015 or 2010 or something like that. We did a video like that. He just every week? Yeah, every week he brings on a different YouTuber and just has a conversation. Either there's like a theme or there's a conversation just talking about themselves and stuff like that. It's just like, that's so dope. Like he's not a huge channel, but the fact that he has 2,000 subscribers, he gets like 30 comments a video. The fact that he's willing to do that, talk to you for 2 hours. For shine on his channel.
Yeah. You also get big because you're not only creating an audience, you're creating a community. And once you create a community with other people, other channels, you're just combining all the audiences together for everybody, So as you get big, they get big, and you keep having each other on and stuff like that. So, that's why, I like it because one, you get different opinions, different thoughts, different experiences. So, but yeah, it's always fun. It's always fun. But we have a Discord channel, and it's more football. Derpy's always in it. Talking about all these fan casting and stuff like that, which is cool. But I can easily have people call in on Discord and put it on the stream. So we can call-ins and stuff. But cool. That's the stuff I want to do. It's just hard right now with a 4-month-old. So hopefully, as he gets a little bit older, things will be a little more chill.
Yeah, and also have regular jobs.
Plans. Yeah. But I legit have always all these ideas and plans and things in my head. I've been trying to write a Megan review, actually a written movie review, and I get a paragraph done. I think I have one more paragraph and then I'm done.
Yeah, I'd love to start doing more written reviews.
Yeah, I never did one, so I needed to look up what's a good outline for it, and I found a few good ones. My
outline is when I do mines, it's just really simple how I set mines up. I think about all the things that the viewer wants to hear. So story, characters, technical aspects.
Yeah.
And you kind of just separate that into the good and the bad and mix and match how you want to go in the flow of your review. But there's a lot of different templates. What are you saying, Bren?
No, I was just saying that's how back when I was regularly blogging, that's how I would do
it. Yeah. I think I Googled it just because I was trying to freestyle, and when I'm freestyling by myself, I'm awful. Like I can't do it. Like with you guys, I don't need anything, but I'm bouncing off of you guys.
Yeah.
But by
It's definitely
myself,
more
I'm
fun.
just looking at the camera, trying to just do a review of something I just saw. Oof, it's rough.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's Justice League video, my review. That was my first review I did on the channel. I had to take it down. It's really bad.
Really? I think that was our first one too, but that was before Brandon and Brian had joined me, and I had Will with me, and hopefully Will can come back soon, and then we can maybe like split up, like, you know, like not all of us need to be on screen at the same time. So like if like Brian needs to take a day off or something like that.
Yeah,
but,
like how he's not feeling good right now.
Yeah, you know, stuff like that. Because I like working with a crew. I think it's just easier because, like you said, going by yourself. I think I did Cruella by myself, and it was rough. It's rough.
It's just rough.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's rough.
Yeah. So like we have a website. So Brian started working on the website, and I kind of was working on it. So we have the nerdhuddle.com. So these are the 3 main channels, a part of the Nerd Huddle. You know, like ours, the other 2, some of the guys. Like Brian's back there. We got Marvin, Brian, Alfredo. Me and Alfredo, this guy over here, we do Oscar reviews for the past like 4 years, I think. So once the Best Picture comes out, I think this year, we're gonna invite more other creators. So hopefully, like you, maybe we'll get Coat Lords, they get a couple other people in and review and talk about like all these Oscar movies once they announce the Best Picture movies.
By the time you guys do the house, I think I have 3 more Oscar movies to watch, and I've seen all of them. So, The Fablemans, Babylon, and I think Argentina 18 something, and I just got on Amazon Prime. So I'm gonna check those out.
Okay, yeah, but usually we'll wait because a lot of times like there's movies I don't want to watch. What's that black and white one that was in it was based in
Roma?
Mexico. Roma. I did not like that. I did not like.
I didn't see Roma.
I haven't seen yet.
It was a really artsy fartsy kind of film, a little too much for me, but
I like artsy fartsy films.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally a shot where it's a solid shot of dog poop, and then a tire just runs it over, and it just stays in the shot.
Okay, that might be a little too artsy fartsy for me.
Yeah, I mean, there's one part like after the main character, her and her like boyfriend have sex, like he's like I want to be Bruce Lee kind of thing. So like he's like in underwear, like with nunchucks, but he's doing it like kind of not that great. It was kind of funny, but it was just weird. It was, and she's like, "Oh, he's the greatest." I was like, "Yeah."
I can't wait till you see Tar. I want to hear your opinion on that.
I know.
Because
I gotta get on that one.
I got a lot of heat for my review on that.
Like we went to go see Thor all together.
Nice.
We got Thor, and then we went to Bears game. So you see, like I'm 6 foot, Brian's leaning over, and this guy's like 6'7".
Wow.
Marvin. So
I would look like your little son if I was next to you guys.
That's okay. Same. I'm a little guy.
You like 5'8"?
Oh, I'm like 5'5". I'm little.
Oh, I'm 5'5" too. Okay, thank God.
Little inception here. So like we have if you go to the website, you can actually watch all of our live shows. All of them.
Oh, that's cool.
On here through Twitch, because we always are on Twitch. And so all the football, all the movie stuff.
You guys get like stats on like if people are actually going through the website?
Yeah. Yeah. It's fairly new, and we haven't really promoted it that much, but yeah. But we used to do like audio only podcasts. We stopped because I had to pay for it. I'm like, it's really not worth it. So we have like different things that are our 500 giveaway. So other like videos, and we got a little bloggy stuff down here. So, but
it's impressive.
Yeah. Like even you go nerdhuddle.com/spoilerkings, it'll take you to our like just us. Which I got to change this, but like Glass Onion gave it a now, Puss in Boots gave it a now. Spirited, we gave it a later, and then if you click the link, it'll take you to that review of that video review. Yeah, and then this is my letterbox. It was so good. I don't know if it's gonna win best animated, but
oh no, that's Pinocchio. That's lock and loaded.
I man, it's so hard to say. It was so great. It was so good, but I really love Turning Red though.
I like Puss in Boots. I like Turning Red, and I like Marcel the Shell more than Pinocchio. But Pinocchio's gonna win just because of how amazing the stop motion animation was.
Yeah,
I can see that.
To get Mason Miggs and Mando 3, not Mace. Although I want to see Mace so bad, but I don't think we'll get Mace. Miggs, maybe, but Mace. I would love to see Mace, but yeah. All right, man. You guys, we've been going on for a while. We're just rambling on.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, let's get out of here, guys.
Yeah, man.
But
All right.
we appreciate everyone in chat. Thank you. All the new people,
everyone.
Knox. We appreciate Knox, Clayton coming back. Derpy, Shadow of the Raven. Appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah. And make sure you go check out Zack Attack Review. Sorry, you joined us last second. Usually I have your links in the description and stuff like that. I'll do that once we're done, but make sure you go check out Zach. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, but cool. Let's get out of here. We will see you guys on Thursday again with another live show and talk about some more movies and all that good stuff. But
yeah.
Later.
Bye.
All right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.